night. City streets, they call out to the fight. A skyline hums alive, never still. Chasing dreams, we run against the thrill. Young hearts in a glow, in the pulse of the street. We rise, we fall, where the shadows meet. Underneath the lights, we're the ones they'll talk about. Young, wild and free, let it all scream out.
You jerks. Last time I saw you, I was on the JFK late night, last minute announced show and had so much fun on there with all of you. I just have to say, holy shit, that was so much fun. Thank you. Thank you for all the new paid members, and thank you, Jeff K. Show off. Make sure you subscribe to him, and Kevy Kev, and Jay Brill, and of course James Jackson, and all their mods, and the long gamers, and the jerks. I just want to thank you so much. I'm feeling really good lately. You can probably tell I got some changes happening. I don't know if you noticed. There's a few different changes today. I bet you noticed one. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. Think how many changes today? There's at least 3 changes today on our stream. I'm wondering which ones you're going to notice first. So let me know what you're noticing that's different today on the Young Jerks. There's a couple things. Also, we're going to play a bunch of video today. We got a shitload of video, a lot of new video coming out from the FOIA request with the state police. And Brian, there's a lot of different places who are posting these videos, but Brian from LTL, he posted them first. He's got them all, I'm pretty sure he's probably got even more, but make sure you subscribe to him. He is the hardest worker. This guy works a full-time job. He's got a very big, busy career, and then he does all this YouTube stuff and mostly ignores all the drama about him and gets to work with the content. He brought us all this new Karen Reed interviews, FOIAs, through a FOIA request with the Mass State Police. These are interviews that the Mass State Police did with the Alberts. We got Chris Albert, we got Julie Albert, we got Michael Proctor. I'm not sure if there's more video. If there is, he'll be posting it. We might even do a show later tonight with Brian. We'll see. We're talking about it. He's working right now. There's a chance he might be on JFK tonight as well. A lot in play. I'm working on so much. I have to say, I've been promising you this for a while, but there will be a lot of upcoming guests and shows. Maybe not like tomorrow, or maybe even not next week. We'll say maybe. But there's going to be a lot happening here on the channel. Trust me. Looking forward to it. I'm working on a lot right now. Anne's here. Anne, I'll ask you right now. There's a couple different changes on the show that you might notice. I'm just wondering if anyone... Nobody's picked it up yet. Nobody... All right, here's one. Somebody mentioned the hair. Yeah, I got a haircut. That's one of the big changes today. I got a haircut. But is it a gorgeous dark auburn? I would say it's like a strawberry blonde, really. During the summer, if I'm not wearing a hat, it used to get a lot blonder, actually. It used to be more of a blonde during the summer. But I'd say it's gotten a little more reddish, I guess. Maybe strawberry blonde. I don't know. It's like it'd be blonde in the summer and then like light brown during the winter, usually when I was growing up. But now it's just kind of, I guess, this color. I don't know. There's also special lighting here, too. So that's probably bringing out the redness of it. Look, I'm going to put... No, I don't need these. I don't need it. Let's throw these out. These are gone. And they might have to come back. We'll see. This is the other thing that's changed today. With some encouragement from LTL, I got a new speaker box. And I plugged it in today. I've had it for a few weeks. I haven't used it. And the other night with JFK, I was like, oh, fuck, I should have put that on. Because half the time in the headphones, I can't hear the music. The music just doesn't come through the headphones. So I got a new speaker system here. And hopefully it doesn't interfere. Hopefully there's no feedback. That's what I was always worried about. But Brian helped me with positioning and setting it up. So hopefully this works. We're going to try some video and see if it works. So there are some changes today. The other changes, I messed with the camera a little bit. So the angle's a little better, I think. So we got a couple changes today. New hair, new camera angle, no headphones. No headphones. I like that. I fuck the headphones. Hopefully I don't have to put these headphones back on. Hopefully the headphones are going to go over here and you'll never see them again. We'll see. Yeah, I look better without the headphones on. I know, right? Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see because I'm going to try it now. And again, I got Brian from LTL pinned up in the chat. You have to follow him. You got to subscribe. He's got so much content that he shares exclusively. He's first. He gets all those FOIAs. He's a hustler. Make sure you're subscribing. And I guess the other question I have for everyone today is, have you seen these videos yet? Have you watched them? Is this the first time you're watching them? If so, which videos did you find most interesting? I don't know if we're going to have time to play them all today, or maybe you haven't heard any of them yet. One person on Twitter has said late as usual when I announced the show today. It's like, really? You think I'm late as usual? I don't think so. I think I actually have a lot of first-time content. Sounds like you're just, I don't know. It sounds like you're angry on a Saturday for no reason. I don't know. I mean, this week, streaming, a lot of people were using our content because we were the ones that got pretty much every hearing streamed, including the Clancy hearing. I mean, we're pretty much killing it over here for content. We touched on the drama a little this week with the JFK show and even some of my other streams, but we're back to content. There's so much happening. We just found out yesterday morning, that Matt Damon announced on the Kelly Ripa show that he's going to be, looks like, producing a Karen Reed movie. It's in development. This was the first time we've ever heard about this. And this company that Matt Damon has, this production company, its partners with Ben Affleck. So this is like Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. It'll be interesting to see if any of them are acting in it or are they directing it. It's also going to be interesting to see the angle of it. I discussed this a little bit on Grace Curley's show yesterday. As soon as I heard this, the first message I sent was this author I know who's writing a book that's coming out next week on Karen Reed, to ask him if it was based on his maybe screenplay or something like that. He didn't get back to me on that. He's probably going to be on the show soon, so we'll ask him then. But that was my first question. Is like, what's the angle of this movie going to be? Are they going to tell the entire Karen Reed story? Are they going to narrowly focus on one angle of it? Is it going to be about Karen? Is it going to be about Jackson? It's going to be about Proctor? Who knows? It could be about Turtle, right? But one clue, I think, is that Nick Rocco posted. Nick Rocco has been pretty quiet lately. There was a lot of drama and attacks of him. All of us. I mean, everyone who fundraised for Karen for her civil trials got attacked. And Nick naturally was one of the ones who got attacked the most. And he kind of just quieted down, kept it. Well, he did respond a little bit, which is appropriate, actually. Sometimes you do have to respond. And then he kind of went quiet. And people were like, what happened to Nick? And a lot of us know Nick's got young kids and a family. And we just assumed, Nick's probably getting back to his life. He needs to get back to his life. Him and Jenna have given so much to Karen Reed. And then Nick Rocco posted. He said Boston Brandy was the one who first noticed this on the Kelly Ripa show and clipped it and posted the video of Matt Damon talking about this. And Nick Rocco reposted that video on Twitter and said, silence isn't empty. It's full of focus. And then bullseye. And to me, that indicates that maybe Karen might be involved in this thing with Matt Damon. Imagine that. Imagine that. Gee, you think Karen might get her message out through that? Holy shit. And the Antis also have a movie that I expect to be coming out probably pretty soon. I wouldn't doubt if it comes out when Turtle Boy is on trial, right before his trial, or even after his trial. Maybe they're waiting to see what happens with that. But there's an anti-Karen Reed, anti-Turtle Boy movie that's been in development for quite a while too, with Sandpaper Films, the UK company, documentary company. Some people say it's canceled. There was a big announcement about it last year. We haven't really heard anything since. They're not promoting it on their website, but I think that one is still in play. I'd be surprised if they did cancel it. But there's going to be a lot of action, both in the civil trials, the federal and the state, and the war of movies. There's going to be movies back and forth between the two sides, and we'll be covering it all. And so there's a lot happening. And like this just happened basically in the last 24 hours. We get to see Michael Proctor. The Mass State Police questioned Michael Proctor about his relationship with the Alberts. Old enough to say no, says that would be phenomenal if Karen was involved. Never Zen Jen said they'll probably do it before it hopes he'll sway the judgment in Turtle Boy's case. I don't think the documentary company cares about swaying Turtle Boy's case. I think all they care about is putting out the best movie they can and making the most money off of it. And it's probably more practical for them to either put it out right before Turtle Boy goes on trial or right after to cover, kind of cover to wrap up the story in a bow. But we'll see. I mean, that's probably what they're considering. Do they need it for the story? What would be best for the story that they're going to put out? For the documentary movie, and probably what's best to maximize views, right? And they apparently have a Netflix deal. That big documentary. Now, of course, there's also some other ones. There was another movie that's apparently being made with a Hollywood actress, and then there's also Turtle Boy's documentary with compelling pictures that I just don't think that one's going to have. I don't know. I think if you're going to do a Turtle Boy one, it has to be anti-Turtle Boy. I really do at this point. I don't think there's any market for Turtle Boy's a Hero movie. All right. So, yeah, we're checking out the comments. There's been a few comments here. I want to thank all our mods, too. Yep. LTL got a lot of shit, and LTL was right about Enrique. He was right on it. He was right. He got so much crap about Enrique, and he was right, and he protected the family and the investigation. Brian and I feel like I found my people. Brian, LTL, and JFK. That's my crew. Those are my people. Edward makes a good point on this, too. This is the way it kind of felt to me, Edward. Edward says Proctor was relieved when he realized that the interviewer he knew was lying about knowing him. I don't know about that. I don't know if he was lying about knowing him. But he said Proctor can't help smiling knowing they're protecting him. That's what it felt like to me, though. That maybe that this was kind of a going easy on him, because his interview is really short. Yeah, this part. Of course, it all being all of a few minutes of questions made it perfectly clear to Proctor. This is what I meant to post. They were protecting him. That's what it felt like to me. Right? Especially knowing Chris Albert got questioned for an hour, and this guy, he has the shortest interview. That's kind of strange, right? I don't know. That's why I want to have LTL up here. I want to have someone to bounce off the discussion of this after we watch it. And like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to play all the videos today. You want to watch them all individually, uninterrupted, go to LTL Media. We have it pinned in the chat after we're done here. And watch all the videos. You don't have to watch me talking. He's got them all under there, under the video tab. And if there are more of them, he'll be posting them, I guarantee you, this weekend. Make sure you subscribe to him. Don't miss any of his drops. He's a master of this stuff. He really gets it. Chimmy Speaks says, Money Mike. Thank you so much. $9.99. Thank you so much, Chimmy. You opened up the floodgates today. You're the first one. Thank you so much. We do have a goal if anyone wants to support it. Thank you so much, Chimmy. Yes, it's nice to have all of you here, too. It's a rainy day. Not going to be doing too much dog walking. So let's watch this. And let's see if my no headphones and my speaker, if it works. If you hear any feedback, if it sounds wonky, just let me know. This is an experiment today.
Monday, April 8th, 2024, 11:09 a.m. We are inside a conference room located within the law offices of Todd and Weld, located at 1 Federal Street in Boston. I'm Detective Captain Eric Benson with the Massachusetts State Police. I'm joined here today by...
Good morning, Captain George Barrios, Mass State Police.
Conducting an...
Now, this is my first time using a speaker here on the show without using the headphones. Is there any feedback in the chat? Do you hear any weird audio feedback, or does it sound good in there? I can definitely go check it out on my phone as well, but if you hear any type of loud feedback, let me know. I'm probably going to turn it a little louder on the speaker. That's what I'm worried about. Let me know.
Audio and a video recorded interview with, can you please say your name?
Trooper Michael Proctor, Proctor.
And you're joined today by your attorney. Could you please identify yourself? For the record?
Sure. Michael DiStefano, Distefano.
Thank you. And
Now, if I go on JFK show, I'm really going to be able to dance. I was dancing on JFK show with the headphones. I couldn't even hear the music. Like, those headphones suck. I don't know what's the deal. Anytime I play music, and sometimes audio, even words will cut out. So, like, I was dancing to JFK the other night. I could barely hear the music. And, like, I'm just watching them dance and try to keep up with them. And Kevy Kev, I was learning new moves from Kevy Kev, I have to say. But next time, I'm looking forward to being on the JFK show with my speaker, and I could fully embrace the dancing. I can't wait. That was so much fun. I was like out of breath after that. That was so much fun the other night, I have to say, 2 nights ago. I'm still on a high from it. You know, friends bring you up. It's funny. I felt really good after that show. I think they did too.
so, just to sort of be
You
clear,
all did. Thank you.
this it was explained to you by your attorney that this is a voluntary interview. That this is not a compulsory interview. We're not compelling you to be here or to talk to us.
And the thing about it is, too, with those headphones, I could hear, like, all of a sudden I'd hear, like, part of the music, and then it drops out. You know what I mean? So, like, with those headphones, it picks up some. I don't know if it's the higher end, but some of the music does come through. So that's what I was really relying on. And watching Kevy Kev and JFK dance, it was just like, I'll just move when they move. But now I got the speaker system now. It lights up. It's got special colors. It's got an easy up and down on it. I love the speaker system. It's so easy. It wasn't even that expensive. I thought it was going to be hard to set up. And Brian's like, dude, just friggin' open the box and plug it in. It's that simple. And that's what I did, and it worked. At first it didn't work. I was like, oh, I got to plug them both in. Boom, done.
Through a personnel investigation mechanism.
That's correct, sir. It's just voluntary.
Okay, thank you. And you're agreeing to speak with us voluntarily without union representation?
Yes, sir.
It was explained to you that you had the ability to have union representation here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you've declined that?
I have, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions? Well, actually, before we get to that, have we ever had any extensive interaction throughout our careers that you're aware of?
No, sir.
That's my memory as well. In fact, I don't really ever have a memory of encountering you at all prior to today.
Yeah,
Am I wrong there?
No, this is the first time we've met, sir.
Okay. And Captain Barrios?
Yes, likewise, this is the first time I'm meeting Trooper Proctor as well.
See, somebody's on the chat thought that they were lying about this. I don't think they're lying about that. I don't think the Mass State Police is going to take the chance at this point to screw up any more than they already have. But I wonder, like, dude, we're 2 minutes and 16 seconds in. This is a 7-minute and 30-second interview. They interviewed him for like 5 minutes, if you really think about it. That's what's sus on this.
We're here today because we were asked by the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office to inquire or investigate your relationship with Julie and Christopher Albert. And that ask, to the best of my understanding, was in furtherance of the DA's office's obligation to fully disclose any exculpatory evidence or any evidence that could be considered to be exculpatory to defense counsel in advance of the trial of in the matter of Commonwealth v. Karen Reed. So that's why we're here. And we've conducted a few interviews of various people in furtherance of that ask prior to today, and we're sitting down with you today for that purpose. This is not, as we indicated, in furtherance of any personnel investigation or internal affairs investigation, but this interview is going to be provided to the district attorney's office and to defense counsel, and anything in that sphere can be provided to internal affairs. Do you understand that, Judge?
I do, sir, yes.
Any questions about any of that by either of you before we...
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
So we'll get into it. Have you ever provided a recorded or transcribed account of your relationship with Julie and Christopher Albert in any judicial proceeding or to any prosecutor, member of law enforcement, defense attorney, or private investigator?
Yes, sir.
And when was that?
When I testified at the federal grand jury,
And when was that?
February 2nd?
So now we're 4 minutes into a 7-minute interview, and they asked him two real questions so far, really about the same thing. This is wild.
February of this year,
Yes, sir.
2024. Okay. And did that testimony generally include questions about how long you've known Julie and Christopher Albert?
Yes, sir.
Did it include questions about how often you communicate with Julie and Christopher?
I just talked about the movie, the new movie that's been announced in development. Doesn't mean it's been produced or made yet, or even has distribution or anything. But I'm pretty sure it will, because Matt Damon. If you have Matt Damon attached to something, usually it will get made. But you never know. But at the same time, Nick Rocco made a post about it, and if you read between the lines in the post, it sounds like Karen might have something to do with that. I'm not sure about that. I haven't talked to Nick about it, but Nick's post on X was about that movie. He posted a clip about Matt Damon talking about the movie, and his quote was, "Silence isn't empty, it's full of focus," with a bullseye. So I have a feeling that might be Karen might be involved in that movie with Matt Damon. Definitely a strong possibility. Oh, thank you. Yes, I got a haircut today. I went to see my great hairdresser, and feeling good there as well. I got no headphones on too. I got rid of the headphones. I got a new speaker system. Brian, these headphones are gone. No more headphones. Gone. I got a new speaker system. I love it. And I can hear much better. So I can hear the videos. I can hear the music. Next time I'm on JFK, I'm really going to be dancing, because I'm going to hear all the music. With those headphones, I could never really hear the music that well. It would cut out. So I'm excited. I'm making some big changes over here. I got a little tighter camera angle too. So we're trying to, a little bit better, a little bit. We're not investing millions, but just little changes here and there. Got a haircut. That was a big one.
Albert?
Yes, sir.
And by what means?
Yes, sir.
Did that testimony include
Like the facial.
questions about occasions that you've socialized with and or been in social settings with Julie and Christopher Albert?
It did, sir, yes.
Did that testimony ever address whether or not Julie...
It's funny. We're probably the Proctor video. We're talking about the movie. We can't. I mean, it's big news. Old enough to know made a great post on point on this. Said Nick and Karen are so sparing with media releases that I'm inclined to agree with you, and especially right now. Like if you look at Nick over the last several weeks, he's gotten very quiet. So for him to come up and say something like that definitely indicates something. Definitely indicates something. And I have a feeling that means Matt Damon might have made a deal, their movie company, with Karen Reed. Imagine that. Imagine that. The antis are going nuts about that. They're What I like about it is Matt and Ben are all about telling stories, and I'm just going to be interested to see what piece of the story they tell. Teresa sent $10. Thank you so much, Teresa. I like that local guys are involved. I don't know. I just feel like it will be more, it'll be realer. It'll be more legitimate, with them. I got to spend that money on some. Yeah, I got new speakers. I got a new speaker system. That's what I spent it on. All those new members. I didn't even have to do a petty stream to get all. We had a last minute unannounced after midnight guest spot on JFK. Who knew that would bring all the members in for me? Jenna joined you and Jesper Shadow show the other day. What do you mean she joined? Was she in the comment section or was she on the show? And what did she have to say? I'm interested in hearing. Did she have anything to say about this movie? Never Jenna Zen. Sometimes Nick and Jenna show up here. Maybe they'll show up today. Let them know I'm talking about them. They probably have kids stuff there. I mean, on a Saturday at 4:30, I'm sure they're doing something with the kids right now. Yeah, she was chatting. What was she saying? Did she say anything about this movie? That's what I want to know. Did she spill any beans about the Matt Damon movie, which I think is also attached to Ben Affleck because that company that they named, that's their company. Oh, she was chatting about the Lindsay case. Okay. Well, I could hit them up and ask, but sometimes they'll hit me up, or sometimes they'll join in our chat and tell us. That's what I'm hoping for. I hate asking people that I like for favors, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure we'll hear from them more soon.
Or Christopher Albert have ever been to your home?
It did, sir, yes.
And did it address whether or not Julie Albert ever babysat your children?
Yes, sir.
And did it involve whether or not Julie Albert ever purchased a gift for you or your wife?
It did, sir, yes.
And did it involve questions regarding whether or not you provided Julie or Christopher Albert with information regarding the death of John O'Keefe?
It did, sir, yes.
Okay.
How do you like them apples? How do you like them apples? That's a great scene. I got a number. How do you like them apples? That's funny too, because that whole scene in Cambridge, and they filmed some of that like outside in the courtyard of the Audubon Payne. Like those are all the places I was hanging out back then. So funny. When that movie came out. Like I had been dating a girl in Cambridge and we used to hang out all the time in Cambridge. It's so funny. And then I moved to Cambridge later on after that. So that whole movie is it's so wild to be I was a Cambridge guy for a while, quite a bit. I love Cambridge.
Is there anything that you would like to add or clarify about your federal grand jury testimony regarding your relationship with Julie or Christopher Albert this time?
No, sir. I don't have anything else to add from my statements and testimony from the federal grand jury.
Okay, thank you. Did Attorney DeStefano recently ask you to search your work and personal cell phones for text message communications with Julie and Christopher Albert?
Yes, sir.
And did this include a search for text message threads that Julie and/or Christopher Albert were part of, even if they didn't contribute to the conversation?
Yes, sir.
And what was the result of that search?
My phone, my work and personal phone, set to auto delete after 30 days, so I wasn't able to locate any messages.
I think that is the weirdest response of all. And the reason I say that is because pretty much my whole life, I never deleted message automatically. I think the average person doesn't delete messages automatically. Once I started getting into journalism, and once I caught a lawsuit for defamation, even though I won it, I started doing, and especially with the Karen Reed stuff, and knowing how phones, people getting extracted and all that crap, I started doing the auto delete. 30 days, all my messages gone. It kind of sucks. I mean, as a journalist Journalists, you want to keep everything, and that's why a lot of people screenshot stuff, but I just get rid of it all. There's so much stuff that I wish I hadn't deleted. Like when Auntie Deb made the song about the Galera. You sent it to me. I wish I hadn't deleted that one. I definitely would have uploaded it to my show and had some fun with it. So there's a lot of stuff that I do delete, and I wish I hadn't. Over the last year or two. But at the same time, I do it because I'm a journalist. I want to protect my sources. I don't want that shit to be. I don't want to have 6 years of text messages come out if I ever get subpoenaed or whatever, right? But for a Mass State Police officer, it's different when you're a journalist or a media person covering news like I am or interviewing people. The reason I do the every 30 days is because I'm trying to protect my sources from law enforcement. Let's be clear. From the courts, just in case. Not that I'm doing anything wrong, they're doing anything wrong, just in case. You don't know. There's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. So I delete my text every 30 days automatically. But for Michael Proctor to be doing that on his personal cell phone, what is he? He's not supposed to be protecting his sources from law enforcement. Like, right? Why is he dumping his messages every 30 days? He's not a journalist trying to protect his sources from law enforcement and the government. He's a cop trying to protect himself from the government. I mean, that's the only explanation I have for him dumping his text every 30 days. And look at the way he says that. He knows it too. He knows that's a shit answer and that he's bankrupt for doing that. Look, watch this. No law enforcement should ever be deleting evidence.
Any messages.
Look at his face after you just said that. We're going to rewind a little bit.
Include a search for text message threads that Julie and/or Christopher Albert were part of, even if they didn't contribute to the conversation.
Yes, sir.
And what was the result of that search?
My phone, my work and personal phone, set to auto delete after 30 days, so I wasn't able to locate any messages.
That's a bullshit answer. You deleted your messages for what reason, sir? That would have been my follow-up. What? Like, this is what pisses me off about this cop right here. Look at his lawyer even looking at him. And this guy's writing. He's writing that down. It's being recorded, but he's taking notes. Now, this investigator's follow-up should have been like, why do you delete your messages after 30 days? When did you start doing that? What was your reason for doing that? I know what he's going to say, what he would say. He would say, oh, to protect the storage. I don't have that much storage space. He'd be like, how much storage? Because that used to be kind of a valid excuse. Like I had phones where I used to delete messages because of storage, mostly deleting photos and things. But I don't know about you, but the new iPhone I have, I got the top end, but it's loaded with storage. Like even with me being a media person, collecting all the videos and documents, I don't know. I'm not worried about storage right now on these new phones. So look at him. He knows. He's almost smiling because he knows how full of shit that answer was. And the guy's still writing.
Captain Darius,
I have no questions.
do you have anything further that you'd like to add or any questions at all?
I don't, sir.
No follow-up on why he deleted his messages after 30 days and when he started that. That's kind of shady. They should have been asking him, like, when did you start deleting your messages after 30 days? Why did you decide to do that? Yeah, he's got a cloud. There you go. I mean, I used to be like that too, Gringo. And I was actually paying like 99 cents or $2 a month or whatever. But I don't know, these new phones, I cancel all that. I don't even think I have the Google, the Apple, whatever it is. I'm not paying for it anymore as far as I know if I cancel it right. But because my new phone has so much storage. But I don't know. I mean, that is, I find that suspicious. And the thing is, like, text messages don't take up that much space compared to like things like photos and videos, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but usually the thing that I would be deleting the most were the photos and videos. And the reason why I changed it to 30 days is to protect my sources. I saw what's going on with Karen and Aiden and everyone else, and I'm like, and I had been sued for defamation, and I'm like, you know what? From now on, I'm deleting after 30 days. I'm not going through this. I'm not going to have to F this. I'm going to protect my people. And so I do it because I'm a journalist, but I don't think he has a good reason, but he's going to say storage, right? But they should have asked him.
No, thank you.
Okay, if there are no further questions, we'll conclude the interview. The time now is 11:16 a.m., Monday, April 8th, 2024.
April 8th, 2024. More than 2 years ago. This is just being released this week. Brian from LTL posted a lot of videos first. I don't know if they're all the videos. I don't know if he's going to post some more video, but definitely like, subscribe, and follow him. Check out all of his new videos. I'm not going to play all the videos today. I'm definitely going to play the Chris Albert one. There's also Julie Albert. And if you don't want to listen to me talk and you just want to watch him directly, you can head them up there. You can watch them all there. And that's the big thing I'm trying to tell people today. Subscribe and follow Brian. Make sure you're subscribing to him. He has a lot of unique content that you won't find anywhere else. And he's a hard worker, and he gets a lot of this for you, documents and videos, and he gets them out there. He cleans them up, makes them look nice, makes them sound nice. Follow him. He's like the hardest worker around on this stuff. So you should definitely be following him. It's worth your while. Next, we're going to play another video from him, Chris Albert. This is the interview of Chris Albert that they did. Let me start from the beginning, since I was obviously watching some of this.
Okay, the body cameras are on, and we're recording. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. The time is 4:44 p.m. We are inside a conference room located within the Disabled Persons Protection Commission, located on the 4th floor of 300 Granite Street in Braintree. I am Detective Captain Eric Benson with the Massachusetts State Police. I'm joined today by
Captain George Barrios, Mass State Police.
and we're conducting an audio and video recorded interview with, could you please say your name, sir?
Yep, it's Christopher Michael Albert.
The problem with this video is, look, they cut off half his head. It's like, at least I got good audio, but Jesus Christ, do we really have to look at the full table and never get to look at his head? I mean, Christ, I want to see his face. This is what's annoying about this video. I want to see if they never fix it either. Oh, this is ridiculous. I wonder if they did that on purpose. That seems like such a dick move. It's like you're focused the whole camera on the table.
And your date of birth, sir? And your address?
Yeah, you notice that. Crazy.
And what's a good phone number for you? Okay, today's date again is March 19th.
You Micah's headphones. Thank you so much. And Teresa, thank you. You coming through for me today. Thank you so much.
Okay. And just to, do you have any alternative phone numbers before we get going?
I miss 080.
No, that would be the only one.
That's the only one. Okay. Just to rewind a little bit, for the benefit of the record, how we came to be here. Just going to rewind and sort of go do a hit list of our interactions prior to.
Right, this one is about an hour. This is why I just figured we'd play this one right now. I guess the Julie Alberts one is pretty good, but I want to watch this whole one because I haven't watched it. I watched some of it. This is an hour of Chris Albert. Yeah, you've only seen clips of these? So see, there you go. Some people haven't watched it yet. Like me, I've only seen some clips of it as well. So we're gonna watch it all. I'm gonna go get some coffee. I need some coffee right now. So I'm gonna jump aside, and I'll be back though. I'll be back, and I'll be watching it. And I'm so pumped up that I got this new speaker system. I feel like a kid. I'm like, oh my God, it lights up and I don't need headphones anymore. And the thing about the headphones that drive me crazy is that it trigger my cauliflower ear. I don't really have cauliflower ear, but I got like one little spot in both my ears. And sometimes the headphones would start bugging that little, like irritate it. And I'd just be like, oh, that's why sometimes I'm taking them off and rubbing my ears. No more of that. Love it. No more headphones. The headphones are over here. They'll probably just stay here just in case I ever need them again. Dunzo. I got a new speaker system and I love it. I can hear everything. I can't wait to be back on the JFK show where I can hear all the great music. I'm like a kid at a candy store today. I'm very happy about that.
Today.
Sure.
I'll be back.
Yesterday, March 18th, 2024, I gave your cell phone a call at about 12:51 p.m. and left you a voicemail. Is that correct?
Correct.
Asking you to give me a call back, that I was asked to look into something, and was looking to talk to you. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
Okay.
I actually didn't notice it for a little while after, but I saw the voicemail and.
Sure.
Yep.
Never a good idea to answer calls from numbers you don't know. So you didn't answer that call. Some time went by, and you called me back around 2:24 p.m. yesterday, after I had spoken to your wife Julie, and you just had a couple questions regarding sort of what we were looking to do, the scope of our investigation, inquiry, etc. Is that
Correct.
right?
That's yeah.
And you would ask sort of what the what the purpose was, who was asking us to do this, etc. Whether it was for an internal affairs investigation or some other purpose. And I explained that the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office had asked us to investigate some relationships that have been the true nature of which are somewhat in dispute, I suppose. And these relationships are between witnesses in the John O'Keefe homicide investigation and the case officer, the state police case officer of the investigation, Trooper Michael Proctor. Is that?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment of it. Yep.
And I indicated that although we're not internal affairs, that this is not we wanted to do a formal interview, that this was not for internal affairs, but obviously anything that is said could be shared with internal affairs if that was requested.
Sure.
Is that?
Yeah, that's
Fair and accurate. And then during that same conversation, I believe that we tentatively agreed to meet sometime today. I think you were working yesterday.
Yeah, I was working all day yesterday.
And so you couldn't come in yesterday. We agreed to meet somewhere in the greater Canton area yesterday. I think I proposed Milton Police Department initially.
Yep.
So we ended that call after agreeing to meet sometime around 5 p.m. today for an interview. I called you back at about 3 p.m. and confirmed that we could meet today at 5. But changed the interview location to this location.
Correct.
Is that correct? Yep. Okay. And then I followed up at 3:02 with a text message of this address.
Of the address, yep, correct.
Okay, and then just today we exchanged a couple of texts. You had asked to move the meeting up or the interview up a little bit to accommodate your schedule, and so we bumped it up a little bit to 4:30.
Correct. Yeah. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take, and I didn't know if I didn't want to be too pressed for time.
Sure. All right. Perfect. And is that a sort of a fair and accurate assessment of sort of our interaction leading up to this interview?
I'd say it's exactly how. Yep.
Okay. And just for the record, do you know me? Have we ever met?
I've never met you. No, I've never seen you before. Nope.
Okay. And I don't recall ever having met you.
Yeah.
Either. Have you ever met Captain Berrios?
I don't believe so. Nope. I don't think so.
Okay. And Captain Berrios, you don't?
No, this is the first time that I'm meeting Mr. Albert.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very well. So before we get to the questions, well, I guess you arrived today. You came up the elevator and you waited in the state police lobby here. We came to get you, introduced ourselves, brought you into this room, asked you if you had any questions before we started the interview. Is that?
Yeah, correct.
And you had
Exactly.
none.
No questions.
Do you have any now?
No, not really. No, I'm here to answer whatever kind of questions you guys need me to answer and
Okay.
go from there.
Well, if that's the case, we'll just get right into it here.
Sure.
Do you know Trooper Michael Proctor or any of his family members?
Yes, I know Trooper Michael Proctor. Yep.
Okay. And do you know his wife, Elizabeth?
Yes. I mean, loosely I know her. I mean, I know Elizabeth's married to Michael Proctor. I didn't know her, until, maybe the last 6-7 years. I don't know the exact, how long it is, but yeah.
Okay. And do you know his sister?
I do.
Courtney?
I know Courtney. Yep.
Okay. How long have you known, who did you meet first of that group of?
Courtney for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
Courtney. Yep.
How long have you known Courtney?
Gosh. So, let me see. I would say I've known Courtney for at least 20 plus years. I mean, we grew up in the same town, but I'm a lot older than she is, so, our paths never crossed. When we were younger, at least.
Okay.
I'd say roughly 20 plus years.
All right. You're a lot older, paths didn't cross. Obviously, for age means a lot more when you're younger.
Sure, yeah.
And so,
I meant like school age and stuff, you know.
and how did you meet her?
So I guess I would think that I met her because of my sister-in-law, Jillian. Jillian Daniels is like best friends with Courtney since they were little. So I'm assuming at some point in our lives I met her through Jillian, through my wife, who's Julie, who's Jillian's sister. I couldn't really pinpoint exactly when I first met Courtney, but I've known her ever since I guess my kids were little. Yeah.
Okay. So you've known Courtney since your kids were little, and how old are your kids?
So my oldest is 25, my middle one's 20, he just turned 20, and my youngest is 16.
Okay. And how long have you known Trooper Proctor, Michael Proctor?
So if I was to put a number on it, I've probably known Trooper Proctor for, I guess, I know who he is, but as far as knowing him, probably I've known who he was for maybe 15 years. If I was to put a number on it.
Okay. And how did that knowledge of him come about?
From Courtney, I suppose. Just knowing that she had a brother named Michael. That's probably when I figured out that I knew who Michael Proctor. Even though he's from Canton, once again, he's a lot younger than me. So
Yeah.
I never knew him growing up because age is age. I'm almost 53, and
Yep.
I don't even know how old Michael is. He's in his 40s, I assume.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm assuming when Courtney was close with my kids growing up, well, kind of closer to some of my kids. So I'm assuming at some point she'll have a brother Michael or something. I didn't really know Michael at all.
Okay. And what about Michael's wife, Elizabeth? How long?
So like I said earlier, I probably just met her through Courtney at some time somewhere. I don't even know exactly when. I probably met Elizabeth for the first time within the last 6 or 7 years, if I was to guess. Probably at a function at Mike's parents' house.
Okay. And did you attend their wedding?
Their wedding? No, I didn't attend their wedding. I don't even know exactly when they got married, to be honest.
Okay. How often do you communicate with Courtney?
Before this whole all these events, I probably saw her more often and a lot less. I don't communicate with Courtney much. I don't really. Once in a while, like, she maybe would send me a funny text or say happy birthday to me, or I would say happy birthday to her, but not very often. I'm not like super close with Courtney. Mm-hmm. My wife's obviously closer with her.
And those texts, would they be sort of group texts, or would they be sort of personal?
I don't think so. I think it was just probably me or her. My wife might say like, hey, it's Courtney's birthday. Send her a happy birthday text or something as simple as that.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I've texted Courtney. I wouldn't even.
Okay, but is it safe to say that you have communicated with Courtney by telephone, a text message, voice call?
A call? Probably not. A text, yes. An actual phone call? I don't know if I.
This is wild. I'm just going to read one of his statements here. Here's one Kenny just posted. I met Michael 24 years after I learned how to ride a bicycle. That's a funny comment. But I had quoted him loosely, not every word, but let me go back to this one. He said, I know Trooper Proctor. I guess I know who he is for maybe 15 years. Why the hell is Michael Proctor interviewing witnesses who could be suspects that he's known for 15 years? And I'm not saying Chris Albert himself is a suspect, but you know what I'm saying. This stuff is just weird. And what did Michael Morrissey say? We need to find Michael Morrissey's video. I think I'm going to have to play that again because I don't think Michael Morrissey, his statements jive. Remember the hostage video? What did he say in that hostage video about these relationships? I think if my memory is right, I think he did say some things that were not what Chris Albert is saying here, right? What the this is bizarro. Yeah, sometime, somewhere. God damn. Too, the Alberts and the McCabe's and the anti-Karen Reed people, they do come at me a lot, and they do sometimes make some arguments that I'm like, okay, you kind of have a point. But I always come back to that, to certain points back to them, which are, to me, never explainable. Like the fact that all these people left the house and didn't see John's body on the front lawn. That's one. But also this stuff, like, if I were them, I would be just as mad and just as much going after Michael Proctor as I was Aidan Carney. Like, you would think that they would have discounted him a long time ago. And recently, pretty damn recently, they were still defending him. And even now, they don't defend him as much, and a lot of them will say he's a terrible person, when you see the anti-Karen Reed people on Twitter. But, if I was John's family, I'd be coming out and calling out Proctor. Like, I don't understand why they're not more angry at Proctor than even Aidan Carney. That to me makes me, that's suspicious to me. Maybe they feel bad for Proctor. Maybe they're like, he was right. If you believe what they're saying, but at the same time, I'd be angry at him if it was me. That to me is very suspicious.
Never spoken to Courtney on the phone.
Okay. But
I couldn't say exact. It's quite possible, but
okay.
Mostly anytime I've ever talked to Courtney, it's through a text message.
And how often would that be? If you were to,
God. I probably don't even have 10 text messages in the last 20 years from her.
Okay, so you're talking
very
about,
rarely, very small.
Very rarely. I want to thank What the Duck coming through with 10. There's another super chat saying, starting the fun toward the next upgrade. Yes, people may have noticed I upgraded my hair today. I finally got that haircut. I don't have to wear the hat. I don't have the gel in there because my hair was too long. I finally found time to get a haircut today, and I also found time to finally plug in my new stereo system that I bought for my computer here. So I don't have any headphones anymore, and it works. And Brian encouraged me, and I want to encourage you. Please subscribe to LTL if you haven't. Someone just hit me up on Twitter. It was like, "Where's that link? Where's that link? I want to subscribe to LTL." It's pinned in the chat right now. Please follow LTL, and if you ever want to look for it, LTL Media. You just Google that, it will come up his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit all notifications, check out his videos because, like I said, he may be dropping some new. I'm not sure how many of these videos have been released. He's dropped a number of them. He just dropped more this morning. So there may be more coming out. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to play them all today. Definitely keep up with him. He does a lot of work on this. He does a lot of for you, and he releases a lot of videos, a lot of exclusive material. So make sure you follow an LTL Media as well. Thank you so much, What the Duck. Thank you so much, Micah's Headphones. Thank you so much, Teresa and Chimmy. Love it. So far, we got 4 donations today. I really appreciate you all. Oh, we need a Brian and Nan show. Yeah, that might be coming. Brian might be coming over here tonight. We might do a show tonight. I'm not sure. Brian might also do JFK. It's kind of up to the air. We'll see what happens. So check back here tonight. Could be a show with Brian, and definitely gonna have Nan back on my show as well. So expect a lot of collaborations. We're all kind of just realizing that we're back completely. I'm about to go all out on the show again. So much happening. I'm happy. I'm feeling good right now.
Sporadically.
If once a year, then.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Probably a birthday, like my birthday, her birthday. So that'd be once a year.
So would you classify it as rarely, very rarely?
I'd say rarely.
Tell me how to say this. Is it Micus? 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 I'm gonna say Micus headphones. I hope I'm cracking up your partner. Tell me how to pronounce it. I don't know. I have no idea. Is it Mike Us headphones? Micus? I don't know. I know, right? That would be funny. Yeah. Oh, he's so mad. I mean, he's mad because I got 100 super chats. 100 new memberships, paying members from being a guest on JFK, and he got like none doing a petty stream on JFK. It's all over, bud. Jess Machado ruined you, Galera, and I love it. People may not like Jess Machado, but you got to give her credit. Give her credit for that. It's Miko. What? It's Miko. I don't know. You're really fucking with me. All right, let's watch this. Yeah, do you notice too? Like, let's just do this for a second. Hold on. We're gonna go back to the video. We've been covering. We touched on the drama a little bit this week because you know what? It's time for us. It's our time. We took shit from them since last November. It's our time. We've had enough, and they're going down. You can see it, and they're led by this clown. I mean, this is what Broken Baker's done all week. He's done this shit all week, crying about Jess Machado. Has he done one show on Karen Reed or any of these video releases or any of the court hearings this week? Has he done any? What are these people doing? It's fucking hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious at this point. Yeah, Broken Danish. Sheila said, was it 80? I thought it was closer to 100. I didn't see the exact number, but it was closer to 100 than 80. Yeah, we did very well the other night, Sheila. It was one of our best membership months in quite a while. In one night, it was like, yes, thank you. Yeah, that's it. We might have our laughs every once in a while and kind of just remind them of how shitty they are. but we're doing the work. I mean, whether it's exposing the corruption of the governor, supporting the auditor, we're going to have some politician shows in here too. Trust me. Rachel Rollins, that was a great interview recently. Afro Man type interview. There's going to be a lot more content like that coming on this channel. And I guarantee you on LTL. LTL's back. You can see it. And JFK. JFK's killing it. And it's funny, they always want to talk about the lack of viewers or the lack of this. They're always about the numbers. Now our numbers are going up. They don't want to talk about it. They tell us to stop talking about the money and the numbers, which is hilarious. But the whole time that they've been shitting on JFK about his numbers, man, that guy will have 200 people in his chat and make more money than Galera has with 2,000 people in his chat. I mean, that just shows you who's watching you matters more than the number of people watching you. And if those people love you and believe in you like they do JFK, you got something. And it's not something that's going to be gone because the petty stream dried up. That's the difference. Galera is a gimmick, and the gimmick is over. Now he's got to try to go back to content. He's got to play microdots on his show because he's got nothing else. It's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you friends with?
I mean, the stupidest thing I saw yesterday was the Galera telling JFK that he couldn't afford like a flight or some shit. And it's like, do you actually think that we don't watch his show and see the number of super chats he gets on his show? I mean, I've sat there waiting for him. He'll be like 20 minutes late and he's already got 15 super chats. Like before he even starts the show. So it's pretty funny they talk about JFK, how like he's killing it. He's freaking killing it. Yeah. And that's the thing. We all stood strong together. That's what I love about this. We found out who's actually part of the community. Like not just the YouTubers, but in the audience. We found out who's real in the audience too. That's what I love right now. I'm feeling good because I feel like we do have a community. We know who's the real people in the community now. Yeah. JFK's killing it. He's killing it. And he's been right a lot. Like that's what I like saying on his show, like reminding everyone. JFK told everyone, what happens when this wiretap gets introduced in court? It's not going to get introduced in court. July 2026, they can't say that, can they? It's been introduced into court.
On social media?
JFK was right.
I am, obviously, like, once again, because of this whole entire case, I've limited my use on social media. But yeah, I mean, I have a Facebook account. I guess I have a Twitter, which I don't use.
Are you friends with Courtney on Facebook?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm almost 99% sure I am. Whatever that means nowadays.
Right. Do you communicate with Courtney using any sort of encrypted messaging apps?
Never.
Or other like WhatsApp, stuff like that?
I don't even, nope.
Okay.
How about Nico's headphones?
Trooper Proctor. Do you communicate? How often do you communicate with him?
Oh God, I probably only talk to Michael Proctor on the telephone. If I was to put a number on it 3 times in my entire life, and all 3 times had to do with setting up an interview to talk to him. Or maybe one time was when my son Colin had to have an interview.
All of those communications were in regard to this case?
Correct. I've never spoken to him, yeah.
To the death of John O'Keefe?
Correct.
Okay. And you, but you have his telephone number? Did you?
I had to get it. I don't have it I don't have his telephone number stored in my phone, but I definitely have his telephone number because I have 1 text messages from him that when my son had to give an interview, I wanted to know if he was done. And the text message just like, okay, or yes, he's done, or something like that. I don't even know exactly.
Okay.
But I don't have it stored. I couldn't tell you what his phone number is off the top of my head.
Okay, so prior to this, to the investigation, prior to John O'Keefe's death.
Yep.
Do you believe that you ever spoke to Michael Proctor?
Never on the telephone. No.
Or had his number?
Never. Nope. I would have no reason to.
What about Facebook or other social media? Are you friends on Facebook?
With Michael, I mean, I could look up and I could tell you if I am. I'm not sure. You know how Facebook is. All of a sudden, everyone like friend requests you, and then you have like a million friends, which you're not even friends with. I don't know if I'm Facebook friends with them. I really don't know.
Do you mind checking?
I don't mind checking at all. Excuse me. It would be interesting to find out because I don't even know if I am. I don't even know if he goes by Michael, if he goes by Mike. It's Proctor. Okay. I don't even know how to spell his name exactly. I'm gonna have to do it a different way because I tried that way and it doesn't say that I'm friends with him. I mean, it's not saying that I am, but I don't want to be wrong here either.
No, if
Yeah, I just don't want to take too much.
I get it. No, take your time. But
Yeah.
do you believe, regardless of whether you're Facebook friends, do you believe that you've had any sort of Facebook messages or anything?
No. God, no.
Communications
God, no.
with him?
No.
And what about other forms of social media?
With Michael Proctor? No,
Yeah.
never.
And what about like encrypted messaging apps or WhatsApp?
Can't
stuff
figure
like
that out. Sorry.
Okay.
No, never.
Okay. And what about Elizabeth Proctor? Do you speak to her at all on the phone or Facebook? Or?
I've never spoken to, I don't think I've ever spoken to Elizabeth Proctor on the telephone. I think I might have had a text or two with her, only in regards to this whole entire Turtle Boy crap, which is, you know, this guy that has been blogging about my son, about me, my family, my extended family. I think I might have had maybe two text messages with Elizabeth, but literally only to do with Turtle Boy. I don't have her number stored either, so.
You just talked about
Okay.
her.
And they were regarding Turtle Boy. Do you know how you got Elizabeth's number? How you came to get her number, or?
I don't, I'm assuming maybe from my wife, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever engaged in personal conversation with Michael Proctor, like in person? Not in regard to this investigation, but
No.
in other settings.
So, not in regards to this.
Not in regard to this investigation, just in,
I see what you mean. What
you know,
I wasn't sure what you-
public or. if you
So the
see
only
that
time that I've
against-
ever been with Michael Proctor, besides when I gave an interview to Michael Proctor, would be at either his mother's house in Randolph, which they've recently sold and they've moved in with Courtney, or at Courtney's house during someone's birthday maybe. So those are the only times that I've ever been in a personal setting with Michael Proctor. It was either at his mother's house in Randolph or his sister's house in Canton. I think maybe during Thanksgiving we went over there or something.
Wasn't it that wedding?
Meaning Courtney's. The mothers, it would be like, you know, one of Courtney's kids' birthday parties. Not even Michael's, because Michael's kids, they're much younger than Courtney's kids, so.
So the only time that you've ever been in the same social setting with Trooper Proctor has been either at his mother's house or Courtney's house.
Correct.
Have you ever been to his house?
Never.
You've never been to his house?
I've driven by his house before,
Sure.
you know, because it's a cut through from one another's, but I've never been to his house.
Sure. These times when you have been in his company in these social settings, either at his mother's house or at Courtney's house, can you describe those? How many were there?
Yeah.
To the best of your record.
We get a comment that I want to address real quickly. Rab says, sadly, the Canton Select Board has gone from a good old boys to a good old girls board. I mean, Rab, I would ask you, what do you expect them to do? Like, what do you want them to do that they haven't been doing? Like, I don't see a problem with the current Board of Select Board. I don't think they have any conflicts. I think they want what's best for the town. I think that they're being told by lawyers not to say too much. They have put out some statements. I think they've been more proactive than the previous board, and I think they have less conflict of interest. But I do see a lot of criticism of them, and I just wonder, what do you want them to do that they haven't done? Like, because that's kind of what I always like. What's the solution? And I think if something logical was brought to them and presented to them, that they would go along with it. I think that they're pretty open to listening to their citizens. So I don't know. I'm wondering what you mean by that. Like, what would you like them to do? Because I don't think there's a lot that they can do. I mean, I think the issue before was, Helena Rafferty, she's gone,
Election.
So-
what was?
If I was to put a number on it, I would say less than 6 times
Okay.
I've been in a setting with him. If that's, and it was literally, it was
That's what I
like
feel like.
Courtney's daughter or Courtney's son birthday. We haven't.
See, that just performative shit though. Like you what you just said is all performance. Like you want them to act. You want them to be better actors. This is what I see a lot. Like women aren't good enough actors. They're not acting. That's all performative shit. They seemed awesome and weak, but are they? Like we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't think Susan Harrington's weak. I really don't. I think she's a business person. I think she's pretty. I mean, I look at the way she handled me. I don't think Susan Harrington. I think she still doesn't like me. I almost ran against her. Remember? Like, I don't think she's weak. I don't think she's weak at all. I don't know. I think that you're looking at things through a lens that just, someone said it's built-in misogyny. That's what I see a lot of. It's just, what do you want them to do? I mean, they have been proactive. They got a new police chief. They picked the right guy. That's what I liked. They asked the right questions and they picked the right guy for police chief, I think. I think they've made some good moves, actually.
Been there for quite some time. I don't know when they sold exactly, but I couldn't even tell you the last event we went over to Courtney's mother's house, maybe 3 years ago, and I don't even remember if Michael was there. He wasn't every time I was there, he wasn't always there. So that's why it's either 6 or less. Just regular interaction, I mean.
See, that's interesting, Ramp. I will give you more credit then. You voted right and you're part of the community. So I will listen to you more because now that I know that you're plugged in and you actually know these people, that means a lot more to me, actually, Rab. Because a lot of times, a lot of people are they're watching from Alaska and they don't know what the hell. They've never met any of these people. You've met them. So I think that means much more that you're from Canton. So thank you for letting me know. All right, let's play some more of this.
I wouldn't, like I said, I'm not friends with Michael, so I don't really, in a social setting, I say hi to him and stuff, sure, but like, other than that, I've never, he's not my friend. I mean, we're not friends.
Sure.
Yeah. He's an acquaintance. That's what I would say.
So you believe there was about less than 6 times.
I love how they all use the word acquaintance. Like you guys didn't pre-plan that. Like, come on. It's too cute for school. How about using the word associate? How about some of you guys use acquaintance, some of you guys use associate? Or somebody I just know. There's a lot of ways you can say that, but you guys all use the same word. It's someone I kind of know, or someone I sort of know, someone I've talked to a few times, but I wouldn't consider myself a friend. Or, we're friendly, but he's not like a what I would consider a friend. Like, you could say it so many different ways, but they always say, no, just an acquaintance. They all say the same thing. That's a bad look, people.
Yeah, if I was to put a number,
Maybe, and you said, you referenced 6 years ago. When?
That's
do you
true.
recall what the most recent time was? Or
I'm
occasion?
trying to think when Michael was there.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? So I would think, I vaguely remember.
I think I've said this before. We're friendly, but we're not like friends. Like that kind of describes someone. Like, you know them, we're nice to each other, but we don't hang out. Like that's I mean, there's so many people in your life like that. You know them, you're friendly with them, you like them, but you don't go out and have a couple beers or dinner or coffee. You're not going to a concert with them. It's just, they're not like a best friend or even a friend. They're just somebody that you're friendly with, but they all say acquaintance. That's weird.
There was an event, I don't know if it was during Thanksgiving, a few years ago, maybe. That's why it's not even coming to my mind, because it doesn't happen often.
I think that's a valid point. But you know what, Rap? Also, they're not even using the 15 minutes anymore. If you watch it, like, there's only been like one or two speakers for public comment lately. So I have a feeling if that came up, I have a feeling if 10 people showed up to speak, they might consider changing that, because they do have the votes for it, I think. But I think at this point, they're just like, why cause more drama among our board and among the community when nobody wants it now? Like, there's no need for it. It'd be different if it was like before, where hordes of people were coming out to speak and they're getting shut down. I've been watching the select board streaming them. I don't see anyone getting shut out from public comment. So I think that's a non-issue. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, and that's the thing. I have noticed that a few times they have let people go longer too. That's what I like. And they haven't been rude to people. That's the other thing. I think they're a lot nicer to people when they speak.
Often, barely if ever. So I would say the last time I saw Michael in a social setting.
And you know what else I noticed? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing this. Are they even doing the buzzer thing anymore? Remember Blaffer and them? They'd always buzz people, and it was just annoying as F. It would be stressful for the people speaking. I haven't heard any of that buzzer stuff going on. Maybe I'm missing that, but it seems like they are a lot nicer about public speaking.
House, maybe like during Thanksgiving 3 years ago. That just sticks in my mind.
Okay. And why did you go to Courtney's house?
She just invited us. Courtney invited us over to stop by, to come see the kids and bring my kids. I don't even know. Probably just my youngest went.
Okay. And did you have any conversation with Michael Proctor?
Not that I remember. If I did, it wasn't of any relevance.
It wasn't significant?
No.
In terms of Trooper Proctor's wife, have you ever socialized with her, been in a social setting with her when Trooper Proctor's not been there?
When he's not been there, never.
Never?
No, not. I mean, I shouldn't say never, but not that I can ever remember. No, I'd have no reason to be in a setting without Michael being there.
Okay. And what about Courtney?
No, they could have used that one. We're cordial. They could have used that. You're right. There's so many other terms they could have used besides everyone just saying, "Oh, we're acquaintances." Like, it seems like they were coached on that.
Have you been at social settings with Courtney?
Sure.
Without
Michael, yeah.
and Elizabeth?
Yeah.
And how often would that be?
Honestly, recently, not often at all.
Honestly?
Because of all this.
What, versus dishonestly, Chris? That's not really, I don't know why they say that. Jeez. I honestly? No, dishonestly. Lie to me, bro.
This whole, once again, this whole case and this Turtle Boy nonsense, we specifically tried to stay away from people so that we're not, we're not near each other. Like, I didn't want to be, I don't need that person writing any articles about me. So
he definitely does not like Turtle Boy, which I don't blame him. I mean, I'm not a big fan either. I think a lot of us in the chat. This is probably the thing we agree with Chris on the most. The only thing.
right. So not a lot in the last couple of years. Not a lot at all. I did recently stop by Courtney's house with my wife to drop off her son. So we bought him a gift, like a toy or something. So we stopped by there.
That's why I don't want to. That's almost a reason why I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to pick up their language, their mannerisms. If I start saying honestly all the time, Jesus Christ.
I think it was like 3 weeks ago. Somewhere around there, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
You and your wife did?
Yeah, just me and my wife.
Okay. To give her son a gift.
Yeah, a toy.
I like this one. Beetle says, I agree with Chris about Turtle Boy, but we aren't friends or anything. Yeah, we're just acquaintances. I agree with Chris about Turtle Boy. This is me talking, actually, Beetle. But we're not acquaintances. Oh, no, I said it wrong. I agree with Chris about Turtle Boy, but we're just acquaintances. I'm an acquaintance of Chris Albert now. I think he might know who I am just from all the streams of him I've done. I know him a little bit. We're not best friends, but we're acquainted. Chris Albert and I are acquainted.
Okay.
We do agree about Turtle Boy.
All right.
Nobody likes Turtle Boy anymore.
Have you ever been to parties, weddings, or social events where Trooper Proctor or Elizabeth have been present?
So the only event like that I went to was a wedding, and it was Courtney's wedding. My son was a ring bearer. Courtney was...
You know what I do want to do is I want to try the D&E pizza because they got a lot of shit about that pizza. I actually want to give it a fair review, which would be funny. I think that would be funny. But I don't know if Chris Albert would allow. Imagine if I showed up at Chris Albert's place and was like, dude, I seriously want to give you a fair pizza review. I'm a pizza guy. I bet it's not that bad. Come on. I bet it's not that bad. And Karen wanted to go eat it. I have a feeling it's not as bad as people have said.
real close to my son Colin. They were close. She was good to my son Colin, and she picked Colin to be her ring bearer in her wedding. So Michael was there.
Okay.
Obviously, that's Courtney's brother.
I'd have to
so-
have permission. I would never show up and harass them. I would only say it on the show. If he wants me to review his pizza, he can hear it on the show and he can contact me. I'm not out to harass anybody. I think Chris knows that about me. I'm not a harasser. I don't F with people. But I just like pizza, and I have a feeling it's not as bad as I think he's gotten a bum rap. Like, I don't know. I like to be fair, especially about pizza. Come on. I'm a pizza guy. I like pizza. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure his chicken parm is not bad. Yeah. Uber Eats or DoorDash, I know, right? But I'd have to drive into Canton and come up with a fake address or some shit. I don't live in town. I'm not gonna do it unless Chris gave me permission. Let's put it that way. And I'm not asking him. If he wants me to do a pizza review, he can hit me up. I would be fair. I would do it.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
a nice guy.
while ago.
I like food.
I would say, I think my son was 7, so I'm guessing it was around 13 years ago. I mean, I don't know her exact wedding date, but it would be her anniversary, so
Sure.
whenever that. So I'm guessing 13 years.
And at that wedding, do you recall having any substantive conversation with Trooper Proctor?
Don't even remember if I probably said hello to him. That's about it. I don't even know if that probably might have been even the first time I met Michael. Yeah, probably was.
Any birthday parties or anything where Trooper Proctor and his wife have been present?
Yeah, so I'm assuming over at Courtney's mother's house, there's probably definitely been a couple of birthday parties. I'm assuming that they were Courtney's kids and not Michael's kids, because his kids are a lot younger, and I wouldn't be invited to go over there for Michael's kids.
Right.
Because I'm not like close with them, so.
Right. But your wife is close to Courtney. And
Correct.
So on the basis of that relationship, you go to Courtney's house.
Yeah.
And Courtney's brother is Michael, so Michael just happens to be
He
in the
just-
same-
yeah.
in the same orbit there.
Of course.
During these
Yeah.
things. Okay.
And there's plenty of times that I've gone over the years to Courtney's parents' house when Michael's never been there. Probably more often than not, he wasn't there when I've been there.
Okay.
That would say like the 6 times that I've ever seen him there.
Okay. And to sum up your interaction with Trooper Proctor at these events, how would you sum that up?
Just very like nonchalant, just like passing by. I'm more like friendly with like Courtney and, you know,
Right.
close to her mom and dad, you know, so just sparingly. I couldn't even remember a conversation I've ever had with Michael at that house.
Okay.
I'm sure I've said hello to him. Maybe I talked about something sports or something, but other than that, nothing.
Can you specifically recall any conversation that you've had with him?
Never. Honestly, I can
It
never.
hasn't been to do with this John O'Keefe?
Oh God, no. I don't think I've been to an event since this case where Michael's been there. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the only time I've seen Michael Proctor during this whole entire case is when he interviewed me, and when I had to go in front of the grand jury. Those are probably the only 2 times. I can't say for certainty, like, you know, but I'm pretty sure those are the only 2 times I've seen him.
Okay. And you already have answered this question. You have never been to Trooper Proctor's home?
Never.
Do you know
Jen
if
has,
any
right?
member of your immediate family has ever been to Trooper Proctor's home?
Oh, I highly doubt that. Yeah, I wouldn't know anyone that would be there. Nope.
That's what I want to know. Did the McCabe's get interviewed on this? Because Jen McCabe was at Proctor's house, right? I'm guessing no, because I would assume that those interviews would have been put out probably first.
Have you or any member of your immediate family ever babysat Trooper Michael Proctor's children?
Funny, because Connecticut does have good pizza. New Jersey and New York also claim top status too. Massachusetts is coming up. We got some good pizza now too. A couple good places. We got the Bar Pizza on the South Shore. We got Regina. We got Santapio's. We're coming up in pizza too. But yeah, I think Connecticut and New Jersey are like kind of the top 2, my opinion. But North Shore, we're starting to come up on pizza, but nobody can compete with our roast beef. A roast beef with mayo, cheese, and sauce, you can't compete with that. Nobody can compete with that. That's the
No.
problem. Does Connecticut even have roast beef?
Not that I'm aware of.
Fucking
There would only be
Connecticut.
my wife, and I can't ever remember a time my wife ever babysat for his kids.
You have not.
I have not, no.
Were you or any member of your immediate family ever
It's
asked?
one of the things I couldn't deal with when I was down at Bridgewater State when I went to school down there. It's like, what do you mean you can't get a roast beef sandwich? Like, what? They think when you ask for a roast beef on the South Shore, they give you like a cold cut. It's like, no. I want a hot roast. You want it heated up? Like, yeah, I want. I couldn't find a friggin' roast beef down there. It's fucking unbelievable. It's like a different planet.
to babysit Trooper Michael Proctor's children?
To be honest, the only time I ever even knew that is because I watched the court proceeding, and supposedly it was asked by Courtney, or Michael maybe asked Courtney, or Courtney asked Michael. I don't even remember. I try not to watch it all, but yeah, in open court it was said that my wife was asked or was offered, or she didn't offer, but someone said you could reach out to her and ask her.
It's funny though. The roast beef has like expanded. I bet if I went to Bridgewater State now, there's probably a place down there that has a roast beef sandwich that I would like, because it had like there are places now in Florida that carry the North Shore beef. So it's kind of it has moved beyond the North Shore. So there are some options sometimes, but they're never as good. North Shore roast beef is where it's at. Everything else is an imitator.
That's the only thing that I would ever know.
But prior to that, you
Never.
you had no knowledge there was even a thought of that.
Mike, yeah, why would, no.
Okay.
Courtney's kids, that's a different story. Because I know my wife's, over the
I
years,
know
has watched
Rose.
Courtney's kids a couple times.
Sure, but Michael's
Never.
Okay. And the first you heard of any of that was the court proceeding.
Yeah, I didn't even know, yeah.
Last week or the week before.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And best your knowledge, was that ask ever put into your wife? Did
I don't
anybody
think
ever
so.
actually ask?
I don't
or-
think so. No, not to my knowledge, no.
Again, for people just popping up, this is Chris Albert, half his head on the video. Great video by the Mass State Police. It is good audio, but not very good framing. We don't get to see his face. But this is Chris Albert answering questions to Mass State Police investigators. And this is all about their relationship. How well did Michael Proctor know these witnesses? This is what these interviews are about. They were just released through FOIA request. LTL Media has been the first one posting them. They're starting to be posted up on different YouTube channels. Definitely like, follow, subscribe to LTL Media. He will keep you updated on a lot of FOIAs and a lot of videos that he releases before anybody else. He's like the hottest worker on YouTube for Karen Reed. And he's been uploading some great videos. He cleans them up too, makes the audio better. So definitely like and subscribe and follow him. I'm not going to get to all the videos in this stream right now. So if you miss any, maybe you want to see Julie Albert, go over there and watch it. You don't have to listen to me talk either. And make sure you like and subscribe to LTL Media. We have it pinned in the chat right now. He might even come on the show later tonight. We might do a second show later tonight. We'll see. There's a chance he might be on JFK tonight as well. Depending if JFK does a show, we'll see what happens. But make sure you like, subscribe, follow JFK Show Off, James Jackson, LTL Media, and the Young Jerks. And also I give Cab. Cab is great too. Calling All Beings. Those are my people.
Did you ever speak with Trooper Michael Proctor directly regarding the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe?
As far as like
Well, I suppose the answer is yes, because he
I
interviewed
interviewed you, yes.
in regard to
Yes.
that.
It's funny.
Yes.
They say that in the beginning of the video. This is not an internal affairs, though it may go to internal affairs, but it sure seems like an internal affairs. I think this is just like a special, probably a special little. I don't know what they even call it, a review, investigation, whatever. But it feels like internal affairs, but they say it's not. So. But Chick Eastwater, you make a good point. This is not an internal affairs like some have titled it, but it feels like it. Like that's the thing. They're not titling it internal affairs, but it feels like it. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, someone say it's the IA before the. It's the internal affairs before the internal affair. It's like the pre-internal affair. What the doc says. Go like and subscribe to James in the layover here. She just posted that up. It's on our screen right now. Follow James as well. And Calling All Beings, LTL Media, JFK Show Off. Make sure you hit all of them. Those are our people. We love them all.
the way, yes, obviously, because I gave an interview to
Right.
Michael Proctor.
And then you went before the grand jury, so...
And he was, I think, I went to two grand juries. I went to the state grand jury in regards to the Karen Reed case, and I went to the state grand jury in regards to the witness intimidation case against Turtle Boy.
Yeah.
In the Turtle Boy case, I believe Michael was also classified as a victim, him and his wife. So he was present in the jury.
Funny, you said Nick's, huh? I guess Nick's in Isn't there a couple Nicks? I thought there was one in Woburn too. Maybe I'm getting mixed up. But like Woburn has some great roast beef places. That area. But yeah, if I'm thinking right, the like Nick's in Salem. Remember it used to be Bill and Bob's or something. But there's one in Salem now that like is not good. It used to be good, and they got raided by the Mass Department of Revenue for not paying their taxes. That place I stay away from actually. Oh, it's funny. It's like places used to be good, but now they're not good. The place I started out was a place called the Beef Corral up in Newburyport. That got me started on my roast beef career. The Beef Corral in Newburyport. That got me going. Then I think it changed its name to like the Courthouse Roast Beef or something. It's right near the court. Best place around. Love the Beef Corral.
Room before we went into the jury.
Okay. All right.
But as far as like conversation, I didn't have a conversation with them. I mean, I think
Yeah, there's a Nick's in almost every town, exactly. They're not all owned by the same
there.
people.
I don't even remember, but
Okay. So obviously he interviewed you in regard to the death of John.
correct.
Yeah, Nick's in Woburn is great. Nick's in Salem, I don't think so good. You got to make sure you're going to the right Nick's, I think. I think that's the key on that one.
Or after that, aside from the normal business that we discussed at the outset of this interview, there's always some back and forth setting up interviews and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then, reasonable follow-up afterwards. Aside from that, anything like that surrounding your interview with him or your appearance in the grand jury, did you have any sort of private conversations, if you will, in regard to the homicide?
Not that I can recall. I specifically made a point not to talk to people about it.
See, now I'm realizing I'm getting my Nick's mixed up. There's a Nick's in Salem that is actually pretty good, but it's not the one I was thinking of. I don't know. I don't even know which one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the one that's on like the Salem Peabody line. And I think that used to be the Bill and Bob's. I don't know what it is now. I ate there once recently. I did not impress. That's a place that didn't pay their taxes. I got to be clear. I don't want to hear any restaurateurs coming at me. That's it. Courtyard. Sorry, Beef Corral changed to Courtyard. Yeah, I think I called it Courthouse. Courtyard roast beef, exactly. Yeah, I didn't like it as much. I mean, it's good. It's funny. One day I went in there, and the kid that I wrestled in the semifinals of the Timberlane tournament, he served me my roast beef. I was getting a little worried because I was like, is he going to spit my food because I beat him in the semifinal? He's a good kid, actually. A really good kid. He was tough, too, actually. It's funny. You never know who you're going to meet at the roast beef stand.
Did Courtney ever provide you with any information regarding the death of John O'Keefe that you believe was not public or not yet to be public?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. Do you know if she provided any such information to your wife?
I don't believe so. Not that I'm aware of.
Did you ever attempt to elicit any information from Courtney regarding the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe?
Not that I believe so. I mean, no, I wouldn't say that I elicited anything from her. I mean, the stuff that's in the paper, stuff that's out in the open, have I maybe talked to her about it? I mean, I don't want to say no, but I've never gone out of my way to, if anything, we didn't talk for a long, we kind of stayed away.
Can you recall any specifics, or are you just saying that you can't? Are you saying you don't want to say no because you can't?
I can't
be totally certain, or are you saying?
I can't recall any specific thing that I got out of Courtney that I asked Courtney.
Okay, but you believe that it's possible that there may have been some.
Sure, yeah, there might have been something.
Okay. But you don't recall what any of that would have been?
No. It definitely wouldn't have been anything of any relevance because I'd remember it and I would tell you.
Okay. Let's see. Did anyone ever ask you to attempt to elicit any information from Trooper Proctor or Courtney regarding the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe?
No.
Are you aware if your wife ever attempted to elicit any such information regarding the investigation from Courtney?
No, I don't believe so.
I think you've already answered this. You indicated that you do have a few text messages from Trooper Proctor on your cell
I
phone.
think I have one.
You have one, okay.
I actually looked because after, I believe you might have asked my wife if she had any, so I'm like, just for curiosity. But I don't even have them stored, so I had to punch in what his number was, and then it's just very vague. It says like, okay, and then I said, yeah. I think I was trying to call him to see if Colin was done with his interview down at the DA's office, and I think I might have called, best of my recollection, I called him like, hey, are you guys done yet? And he said, no, I'll text you when we're done. So he wrote, all set, and I wrote, okay.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't have a single text message in my phone from Michael Proctor.
Any group text messages you
No.
think that he was a part of?
With Michael, no.
Okay. All right. We asked your wife, and part of this inquiry is obviously to flush out the true nature of the relationship. Would you consent to allowing us to punch in numbers that we know are Michael Proctor's into your phone and see if there's any text messages between your phone and those numbers? And then if there are, to photograph such communications.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, I mean, I would think I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah. You mean you want to do it now?
Yeah, we might as well do it now. We're here.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
But before we do that, I had one last question. We'll just deal with any follow-up stuff. Has anyone ever asked you any of these questions before? Has anybody ever come to you looking to investigate or inquire about your relationship with Michael Proctor?
Never. This is the first time anyone's ever asked me. So there'd be no reason to.
So no law enforcement, no state or federal law enforcement, state, federal, or local law enforcement, no private investigators. No one has ever come to you or called you or attempted to interview you in regard to your relationship or your family's relationship with Michael Proctor?
No, this is the first time anyone's ever asked.
Okay. Do you find that to be, out of curiosity, you find that to be odd, considering the fact that the nature of your relationship is being spoken about in open court and in the media?
So in retrospect, I would say I wish that somebody had asked me, but we're only here because of some defense attorneys trying to drum up some relationships that don't exist. For me, that's my belief, is that it has nothing to do that someone shouldn't have asked. It was, why would they ask, you know?
And are you aware, and we'll ask your wife again this question because I don't think we asked her yesterday, are you aware if anyone has ever attempted to ask her any of these questions?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think anyone has. I mean, you have to look at it this way. Like my role and my wife's role in this was very minimal. We were out together that night with John O'Keefe, but she went home early with a migraine, and I walked home, and so that was the end of the night. You know what I mean? And as far as like why it would be asked, I don't know why necessarily it would be asked. I mean, small town. I don't know. I don't even know why. I wish it did. I mean,
Well,
in retrospect,
it seems to me that, like, and admittedly, I don't know. I probably should have been following this case a little bit closer than I was, but I don't know a lot about the facts of this case. But it seems to me if there's relationships, being spoken about, in open court, or that, the easiest way to figure out, the true nature of these relationships is to at least ask the
Ask.
question.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
You know, so it just
Sure.
strikes me as just a, I mean, both as a police officer and just as a human being, it's kind of odd. That,
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, that's not that would be the responsibility of
Asking.
like, of the.
No, I'm not blaming you. It sounds like I'm blaming you.
No,
I'm not,
I get it.
Because,
but yeah, I mean, in
it,
retrospect, absolutely, it should have been asked. But I think the relationships were so loose from the beginning, and I'm sure Trooper Proctor talked to his supervisors during it and
sure.
gave a synopsis of what his
think so?
relationship was.
You think so, Chris? I don't think so. I mean, I loved how this investigator pushed back a little bit. He did push back a little bit. I wish he would follow up and say, hey, just a little more on it. Just because, like, well, would you be surprised that Proctor didn't tell his supervisors about that?
My brother Brian in his entire life, so why would he? I don't know.
And
you're
if
asking
I was the
about
investigator, this investigator, I would push back and said, like, why aren't you mad at Proctor? That would be my question to Chris. Like, why aren't you angry? You're definitely angry about Turtle Boy, which is understandable. Why aren't you mad about Proctor just as much? If I was Chris Albert, and let's believe Chris, whether or not you actually believe him or not, let's pretend that you're in Chris's shoes. If Chris is just the innocent bystander and none of this happened, Karen did it, right? Why wouldn't he be just as angry at Michael Proctor as he is at Aiden Carney?
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, absolutely. Like, I feel like looking back on it, probably should have asked a few more questions.
There you
But I
go.
mean, I have no relationship with Michael, so, and Julie's is only through his sister Courtney.
Okay. So, seeing as though, and I explain what we're going to do, and you can watch us do this.
Yeah.
And it's a consensual examination, so you're free to terminate your consent at any time.
Yeah.
But we do have a form, as
Yeah.
we have with everything else. So I'll just excuse me. What kind of phone is it? iPhone?
Yeah, I don't know what number or anything.
That's okay. And this one's associated with.
So just for curiosity, what, are you just talking about Michael Proctor?
Yes.
Phone number? Okay.
Yes. Don't need any of that. So you can feel free to read this
Yeah, I
over.
wanna read it.
A lot of this stuff doesn't necessarily apply. Like I said, you're going to be here the whole time, so you can withdraw your consent at any time. But if you agree to it, just write your name here and then sign down there where I put the X.
Can I ask you a question before I do this?
You can ask any questions you like.
How many phone numbers does Michael Proctor have?
We were given a list of a few. Obviously, work phones, personal phones, stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, because the only phone number that I know that I've ever saved, I looked at my phone, is just one number. So,
Okay.
but
And that's one of the reasons why we want to plug these things in to see what we got.
yeah, but I would hate to do it and then not like realize if he had texted me from another number that I didn't know.
Well, this is one of these things. The why why we're doing it.
Yeah.
Because if there's the possibility that there are text messages out there, it's kind of important to flush that out.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
It goes to the the nature of your relationship with them.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You know what though? Now I'm just thinking, like, what happens if I have a text message in here that I didn't know about? Do I have any like liability?
No, you're saying that you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, I mean, if you're if you're setting up a you know, a murder or something, or if you're talking about illegal things, you know, and we see it, then you know, cat is out of the bag. That you know, we saw it, we can't unsee it. But in terms of, you know, you're saying you don't believe, you know, that you've had any, you know, additional text message communications with Trooper Proctor or any of his phone numbers, and obviously people are mistaken all the time. Like the number of people that certain people communicate with on a daily basis is quite large.
Yeah.
And the volume of text messages that people exchange with people is enormous in some cases. So, you know, and when you multiply that over the course of time and years, it becomes impossible for the human mind to keep track of all of the, you know, various text messages that you've sent, you know, over the course of time. So that's why, you know, your memory, even people who are attempting to do their absolute best at recalling, you know, events and recalling communications, your memory can only, you know, can only get you so far. Particularly when we're talking about, you know, things that happened some time ago. So,
no, I know what you mean.
That's why, you know, the records, you know, either phone records, stuff like that, are helpful. And
Besides, you said that you kind of avoided them, right, during this whole ordeal.
Yeah.
So even if he had sent you a text from a different number, most likely it was from many months or years ago.
Yeah,
right?
no, I know what you're saying. I wouldn't want to get anybody in any, like, so this is my consenting?
that's your consent.
All right.
You wouldn't. You're concerned about getting somebody in trouble. You know, we can't make assurances. We don't know what's on the text. But, I mean, assuming that they're non-criminal texts.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't even remember. Like, the only text message that I ever had from Michael was the one that, to my knowledge, is the one that he said, "All set," and I wrote "okay." So okay.
You go with that? We'll just sign this here. If you can just date it. So give it to me. This. Right down here, just it's the 19th today, 19th day of March.
19th of March, 2024. Watch on 5:30.
5:30.
Okay, and then just the date next to your name, signature block there, right there. Yep.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So again, you can withdraw your consent at any time by just saying that you want to withdraw your consent, and you're going to stay right here and watch me do it. So
So this is just Michael Proctor's numbers, not Courtney Proctor's numbers, no one else's numbers.
no. Now, if there's a group text if there's a group text exchange that includes Michael Proctor on it, then we'd be interested in that.
Okay.
Because that would include Michael Proctor. But we are not interested in Courtney or Elizabeth or anything else. But if in the instance where we find a group text message that includes him, then that obviously would be relevant. But in the absence of that, it would just be between you and Proctor.
But if for some reason there's a group text that's in here with other people and he's in there, then there would...
We would be interested in that because we would view that as being relevant to establishing the nature of your relationship with Trooper Proctor.
Okay. I'm starting to just be a little bit uneasy about it, only because I don't want to get anyone in trouble or anything. If there was something...
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't necessarily agree. I understand your position. But I'm finding it hard to, well, unless there are criminal things, I don't think that anybody could get in trouble.
Yeah.
That get in trouble thing did not sound too good, Chris. You know, the other thing, let me turn down my speaker on my phone. The other thing he said too, earlier when he was like, I just want to make sure that Michael Proctor was only texting me from one phone. What other phone numbers did he have? To me, that raised my suspicions. Like, wait, are you wondering because you and Proctor were on a burner phone and you want to know if his burner phone got exposed, right? That could be one explanation why he was asking that. It could be what he said, that he's trying to be helpful to make sure that he's not missing any text from Proctor. Because, I mean, that happens to me. Sometimes I get texts from people from different cell phone numbers, and I have one number, but I don't have the other, right? It does happen. It does happen. It could be totally, he could be on the up and up in that. But it also occurred to me, maybe Michael Proctor was communicating to them through a burner number, and he wanted to know if they had the burner number. Who knows? I'm just putting my detective hat on, even though I'm not a detective. But that is interesting. All of this is kind of all right. We're 48 minutes in. This ends at 1 hour and 3 minutes.
For it. No, I know. Yeah, fine.
Okay. So all I'm going to do is again.
Put his numbers. Can I watch you?
Yeah, you can come. You can come.
And I can say,
Yep.
okay.
So cancel that, and then I'm just going to search here just to see if there's anything that comes up here. So I have a few numbers here. Okay. I don't even know that it would necessarily come up like this, but I'll just start doing it there.
I mean, that's the tough thing. I mean, that's why I feel bad for a lot of these witnesses. Even if you think that something went down in that house, some of these witnesses have had their lives ruined that probably had nothing to do with anything. Even if you think something went down in that house, like Julie Nagel, for instance. Some of these people going after Julie Nagel still to this day. It's like, well, why are you focusing on Julie Nagel and making fun of her weight? Like, that's just, there's something wrong with you if you're doing that. I gotta say, like, Julie Nagel was not part of anything. So a lot of times I do have some sympathy for even like Chris, because even if it went down the way that a lot of us seem to believe, what did Chris really know? I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. I really don't know. I don't think any of us really know. I feel bad for Colin. I do, because I don't think Colin had anything to do with it.
Do you think it's a good idea, as you
Honestly,
mentioned, one number to
if it happened in the house, which I tend to believe something happened in that house, I think Colin might have been out of there. I think they might be telling the truth on that. You know? A lot of people pointed the finger at Colin, and then they changed their mind and started pointing the finger at Higgins, you know? So that's what always bothered me about a lot of this. It's like, especially looking back, it's like, we really don't know. I look at it still as a mystery. I mean, I feel like Karen didn't hit John. I think that's the only thing I can really stand on, is that I don't feel like Karen hit John with that car.
say what the results are?
Yeah, I've been going back and forth about.
And I don't
whether or
like
not I want to,
vigilantism either.
I see.
I want to read the numbers into. So
That wasn't Colin. That was the
I
other
just
brother. See, this is the problem. You know, you say Colin is no angel. What happened to the animal? That wasn't him. That was the younger brother, maybe. I think it was the kid that begins with a D. So it wasn't even Colin on that one. I don't know. I just think let the people that are trying to contact this boot camp and shit, leave them alone, for Christ's sake. Just let them. Hey, if he's trying to serve his country, let him serve his country. You know?
Formed a search in the
And if
search
there's an issue,
bar
the military will get to the bottom of it. You don't need to be calling there.
text message field in Mr. Albert's phone, and I performed a search of 4 numbers related to Michael Proctor. One ending in 93, one ending in 65, one ending in 91, and one ending in 67. Excuse me. And I did not come up with any results. Now I'm going to go and
Somebody, this is a good comment. The medical doctor suggests a fall, which leads to an accident, but why wouldn't the homeowners just take him to the hospital? I mean, that's very possible. It's also possible that he just did get in a fight, and why did they take him to the hospital? I always think about this. Probably the liability. I mean, if you have an accidental major calamity, someone gets hurt at your house, or a fight at your house and someone gets hurt, you're probably going to lose your house, maybe your pension, you know? So I mean, that could have been a motivation too. No, we're speculating. What's up, JFK? Make sure you follow JFK. Follow him, support him. What's up, JFK? Much love for JFK tonight. I'm still on a high from 2 nights ago from being on his show. It was the best thing ever. Thank you, JFK. Show off. Make sure you follow him. I want to shout out James Jackson, Kevin Kev, Jay Brill, and the whole team over there. What the Duck and Natalie, all the mods and the long gamers. We love you.
to enter into the new message field to see if that populates any content. Okay. The number ending in 93 does not. Number ending in 65 does not.
To his phone now. Actually,
And number ending in 91 does not. Makes me wonder if we are missing a number or something. And number ending in 67 does not either.
Not to tell you, don't you have to click on the...
Maybe I do. Let's try this again.
I know one phone number, I have one text message, but I don't know which one you have, so.
Click on that. Oh, wait a second. Is this cancel? I'm going to send this to... It should populate.
But yeah, so I guess it does. I don't know, then maybe.
Because it populates here.
Here, so it should populate down there.
So
okay.
it should populate
All right.
down there.
I don't know. I've never.
But
I thought I had one text message that said okay, all set.
because new messages, if I go this, then it just sends me your contacts
I meant down there.
down here.
If you click on no. If you click on you want to talk.
Yeah.
No, I guess not. I don't know.
No,
guess
well,
not.
no, I appreciate your help. We'll try that. We'll and then we'll just see if you can find it, because I'm not coming up with anything. This is usually when I usually it would populate other messages you have in your phone.
That's interesting. Maybe.
No.
Maureen,
all right.
every message.
You want to try to find your...
Yeah. Let me see. But I don't have them stored, so how would I'd have to go back on that date that he gave that interview. That's interesting.
So again, the examination of the
look, we get a better view of Chris
for
now.
text messages with numbers ending in 9365, 91, and 67 revealed negative results.
Yeah, because I don't have him stored, so I don't know unless.
What
Can
do
you read
think-
me those numbers?
What do you think? Well, I don't want to really
All right,
read,
all right.
but
Yeah,
maybe if we can search your text messages. What do you remember? What the text message said?
Yeah, I'll search. Hold on.
If you search your text messages for like the verbiage of what you.
Huh. Unless it was from like, not him, and maybe it was from like another guy that maybe he's the guy that was in there with him.
The scams from the scrams are over. It's all over. It's done. So he's gonna. I guarantee you he's gonna try to come back with a petty stream on LTL or me, and it's gonna fail just as badly. No one gives a shit anymore, bro. You're done. You're done. You're actually gonna have to either do some work on really covering Karen Reed again, Galera, or you're gonna have to like go back to the pizza. Go back to making pizza. Maybe Chris Albert can hire you.
Did you find it last night?
Yeah,
Nah, he
but I
ain't
don't know how
hiring
I
you.
found it exactly.
He's not hiring
I think
you.
my wife told me what his phone number was, but I don't. 1781.
Well, do you? And you said you don't have his contact.
No. I just asked her what his phone number was, and I punched it in.
Maybe it's a number that we don't have.
Yeah, that I wouldn't know.
What did he say in the text? Maybe if you.
I did it on the server. He said all set. I said okay. All set.
All set, and then what does that show?
It just shows people
Shows
like
a
that are
billion-
friends.
You know what I love too, JFK, is that he was telling you weren't making any money, you couldn't afford an airfare. And it's so funny because some of the other YouTubers I've been talking to were like, do you see how many super chats JFK gets on his show? Even when he only has like 100 people there, his friggin' chat is just lit up with just super chat after super chat after super chat. And I saw it again when I was on your show the other night. And they did it for me in my own chat. And it's so funny. Dude is freaking out. He's all about the money, and now he's lying to himself that he's okay and that you're not making the money. It's so funny, so fucking funny. The shit has dried up. He's done. I love it. It's the best thing ever. He's fucking donezo, and he knows it. He even made a post about it. Yeah, the long gamers are awesome. Fucking love it. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Now he's gonna have to scrounge for rent because he's finally a big boy and he's out on his own. He's gonna have to pay back he's probably got his bed on an interest plan. So he's got to make the payments for his new bed. He's probably got to pay a moving guy. He's probably still owes the bills for that. He's got taxes. He's probably gonna have to go back to Domino's. Seriously, go back to Domino's, Glare. Do what the rest of us do. Get a day job, bro.
It's just people I'm friends with. My brother.
If you go show all, if you type it in and then go show all,
Yeah.
and then maybe scroll down to one that you don't have as a contact.
There's like a million of them.
Of course.
Yeah. Did he get any super chats, Chef K? Half of them are watching him because they hate him now too. That's the funny thing. That's a big crash for him to be under 300, and we know how this works too. Like, if he's under 300 now, next month he'll be under 100.
There's a lot of all sets. Like a million all sets.
I bet.
All set, all set, all set. Yeah, all set, all set, all set.
From people that you don't have as a contact, though?
No, my wife.
Oh, Jess calls and orders a pepperoni pizza. That'd be hilarious. Oh my God, Beetle. You're killing me over here. You're killing me. Yeah, that's the thing. If he really wants to make money, there's only two options, JFK. If he wants to make a petty stream to make money, there's only two options. It's either Just Machado he needs to go after again, which is just going to hurt his freaking channel. He'll make some money, but it's just going to hurt his channel. Or he goes after Turtle Boy, and the same thing. He'll make some money, but it's going to hurt his channel. So he doesn't have many options left. Or he's just going to have to go over what Microdots has posted every day. He's going to have to try to bring up LTL's videos. I mean, this is what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to steal other work again, steal other people's material. He's going to have to replay Turtle Boy shows.
My son, someone that works for me, my vendor. But so far, I don't have a no contact here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mostly everyone's in my contacts.
You might become a member for that one. Imagine if I became a member for the Aiden Petty Party.
No, so it would have already been because I'm trying to
That would
think
be the
when he
day I
got-
buy a Glare membership.
when my son gave an interview.
How did you do the search?
He doesn't want to talk about BX. No, BX has him shook. I like BX.
See all.
Yeah, that's the thing. LT, that's the thing. He hasn't said anything about that, did he? I posted it right on his Twitter. LTL said it on my show. LTL has challenged, like this clown, the Galera, was calling LTL a pussy and all this other shit on his Twitter. LTL challenged him to a boxing match. LTL's like, I got a buddy who has a gym. It's a real boxing club. We can get it sanctioned. LTL wants to box Galera. You know the Galera's not going to do it. The Galera's scared. Brian will lump him up. Brian will take him out. I would not mess with Brian. It's over. He's like, I think, 6'1". Brian is a young buck. I would not mess with him. LTL would lump him up. Sue B sent $20 and said, matching and raising the ante for What the Duck's money-making microphone challenge. Thank you so much. I don't know if you noticed, I finally put my new speakers in. I don't have the headphones. I got rid of the headphones because it was bugging me the other night. I couldn't hear a lot of the music when JFK was playing it. I was dancing, but I couldn't really hear it. Now I had the speaker system here. I was like, I got to set it up. And LTL talked me through it and said, it's easy. All you do is plug it in, Mike. Get it out of the package and plug it in. It's that simple. And this is where you position it. I set it up. It was as simple as he said. So now I have no headphones. And next time JFK has me on the show, I'm going to be dancing even better. I'm going to be able to hear every tune and every music and break. And I'm excited that I set up the new equipment. I got a haircut today. I fixed my camera. I got a better camera angle, and I put in the new speaker system. So now no more headphones. So thank you so much for the contributions today. Yeah, we do have some goals. We're getting there slowly but surely. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's the thing. This guy, he's such an opportunist. He's the guy who puts his finger in his mouth and puts it up, and finger in the wind. That's what all these clowns are. Finger in the wind. They will never stand on anything based on principles. It's always, how's this going to look? How's this going to affect me? Yeah, LTL will lump him up. No question about it. No question. Yeah, Brian is a solid dude. He really is. That's the thing. That's the thing I said to Brian. And the thing, too, if I ever went at Galera, if I ever did any competition, wrestling, MMA, boxing, I'd be like, Galera, which is your bad knee? You'd probably be like, well, you going for my bad knee? I'm saying, no, I want you to walk out of here with two bad knees. So I want to know which one's your good knee, so I go after the good knee. God damn. That's viciousness. You don't go after the injury. You try to give them more injuries. Thank you, JFK Show Off. Averill coming through too. $4.99. I love this. Yes, we're getting there. Yeah, he says Boston likes me because I wear a Larry Bird shirt. I mean, what a clown. Now, I know, imagine Tennessee likes me more than you, Clara. The fuck? Oh, what a clown. What a clown.
Asked my wife what number she gave me. She's actually going to be coming up here because didn't you want to finish with?
Yeah, we need to talk to her again. Yeah, I mean, I guess. We'll, I guess we can do that and just see. Obviously, it.
Oh, muted. Fuck.
It's important just to see.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, I was all excited about Sol Rosenberg because a few weeks ago, he was in here trolling me. Sol Rosenberg was trolling me bad. And I don't know if he's a turtle rider. I think he might be. But for some reason, we're buddies now. Like, we found peace. And I just put your ones up in the chat right now for Sol Rosenberg. I think he's from the Jerky Boys. He's hooking us up. Look at this. This is unbelievable. $4.99 from a troll who didn't like me a few weeks ago, and now we're buddies. Put up a 1 for Sol and put up a 1 for everyone in the chat, especially the ones who are helping us meet our goals, like What the Duck. Love it.
What you have.
Yeah, no, I get it. Oh no, that's why I let you do it.
But yeah.
But I don't have any of those numbers.
And do you mind if I search your contact list for Michael Proctor's name?
Yeah, you can.
And you can come over and see me do it.
Yeah. No, Unless I spelt it wrong.
No results for Proctor.
I tried it too to see. I did Michael and then I did Mike, but I'd have no reason to have his number stored.
No.
Now, did you try in the message field on the message, just typing in his name, Proctor's name?
I didn't know.
Or Michael?
Thank you, Sue.
I have a lot of Michaels in there.
Oh, Nina, good to see you, Nina.
There's no Mike
Thank you,
Proctor,
Nina.
Michael Proctor at all in his contacts. All right, do you mind if we try that with your message field?
Put Michael Proctor in my message field.
Yeah.
Or just Michael?
I mean, you're probably going to get a million different things, but I was okay with, like, you seeing if he sent me a text, but if I mention him to someone else, I don't feel that comfortable with it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Just in case I said it to, like, Michael Proctor's a dick. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, not that I would say that, but,
Not that
you know
you'd
what I mean?
say that?
It's one thing if I...
Why wouldn't you say that at this point, bro? I mean, why would that be embarrassing? This was in 2024. That's true. He probably wouldn't be so embarrassed to say that now. I'm hoping. This was in 2024. I got to keep that in mind.
You'd see if he sent me a message, which, I have no problem with, but I wouldn't want, like, if I had a secondary discussion with somebody else and I mentioned his name, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. Because I wouldn't know what it was. It could be, I could be making fun of the guy. I could have,
Okay. All right.
I mean, if that makes sense to you, I just,
It's like I said, we.
I mean, most lawyers probably wouldn't even, not that I need, like, they probably wouldn't even, I just let you look through my phone, so,
Well, we appreciate it. We
Yeah.
think that
No,
it goes a long way to answering the questions that we're here to answer.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I mean, so let me ask you a question in
Yeah.
retrospect, like, should should people have asked more about relationships? Now, you said that, and, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just,
Yeah.
to me, if relationships are in question, somebody should ask about
Yeah,
it.
no, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. That's what I said earlier. Like, yeah, in
it's,
retrospect, I wish they grind down every single thing, and they see that I have no relationship with Michael Proctor. Never have.
Right, and
Never had a beer with him outside of anywhere. Never been to a sporting event with him.
Right.
Never been to a bar with him. I never been anywhere with him.
Right, and just my opinion, if you're going to be, using someone's relationship, and talking about it,
Should be able to prove it.
I
then.
would, before I was, would go about talking about that, I would probably at least attempt to talk to the person and find out what the
Sure.
nature of it
Yeah, no, that makes total
and
sense.
to ask the hard questions, like,
Yeah.
can we look through your phone?
Yeah.
And can we figure,
Yeah, absolutely.
try to, really bear down on the nature of things.
Yeah.
So that was all that I was asking, just to see
Yeah, no, I
if
understand.
anyone has come to you to, because also that would be another statement that you made in regard to this inquiry.
Sure,
that
yeah.
That could be valuable, because obviously any of your past statements regarding your relationship
Yeah.
with Michael Proctor.
No, I understand. I
would
mean, it
be
make-
relevant to this, inquiry.
Yeah. No, I totally understand.
Ken Barrios,
Do you have anything for me?
brother?
No, I do not. No,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I hope I helped a little bit. I don't know. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, if you can look for.
yeah, I'll ask my wife
text
when
messages and
yeah. Like I said, the only one that I thought there was one, and it said all set, and I wrote okay,
okay.
because I was downstairs at the DA's office. It was like 7 o'clock at night. I remember it, and he said all set, and I said okay. And then I went upstairs and met them, took my son, left.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. If there's
Good
nothing
enough?
further.
Yeah,
we'll
no, I don't
conclude
think
the
so.
interview And shut off the body cameras. The time now is 5:47 p.m. Tuesday, March.
Boom. That was Chris Albert, interviewed in 2024 by the Massachusetts State Police. I can't find the entire video of Michael Morrissey speaking, the hostage. But maybe this is it. I thought it was more than 5 minutes and 44 seconds, but I did find it from CBS Boston. So I figured we play this as a reminder of what Michael Morrissey said back in, was it 2024 or 2023? I can't even remember now. It says 2 years ago, August 25th, 2023. This was right around the time that I did my first interview with Turtle Boy. I think it was a few weeks before this, actually. 2023.
This will be the first statement of its kind in my dozen years as Norfolk District Attorney. The harassment of witnesses in the murder prosecution of Karen Reed is absolutely baseless. It should be an outrage to any decent person, and it needs to stop.
Need to stop.
Innuendo is not evidence. False narratives are not evidence. However, what evidence does show is that John O'Keefe never entered the home at 34 Fairview Road in Canton the night he died. Location data from his phone, recovered from the lawn beneath his body when he was transported to the hospital, shows that this phone did not enter that home. 11 people have given statements that they did not see John O'Keefe enter the home at 34 Fairview that night. 0 people have said that they saw him enter the home. 0. No one. Some have, without any evidence, pointed to 18-year-old Colin Albert, a nephew of the homeowner, and accused him of attacking John O'Keefe as he entered the home. But phone evidence shows O'Keefe never entered the home at all. Testimony from witnesses tell us that 18-year-old Colin Albert had left his uncle's home before John O'Keefe and Karen Reed had arrived outside the residence. There was no fight inside that home. John O'Keefe did not enter the home. Colin Albert, the young man being vilified, was not present when Reed's vehicle and John O'Keefe arrived on the street. This is a false narrative. Colin Albert didn't commit murder. Jennifer McCabe, Matthew McCabe, and Brian Albert. These people were not part of a conspiracy and certainly did not commit murder or any crime that night. They have been forthcoming with authority, providing statements, and have not engaged in any cover-up. They are not suspects in any crime. They are merely witnesses in the case. To have them accused of murder is outrageous. To have them harassed and intimidated based on false narratives and accusations is wrong. They are witnesses doing what our justice system asks of them. The autopsy of John O'Keefe was conducted by a forensic pathologist from the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. The doctor found that the injuries that left John helpless in the cold were not a result of a fight. She further found that the line of abrasions on his arm was consistent with blunt trauma, not an animal attack. A grand jury of everyday citizens heard the documented evidence and testimony before making a decision. The subject of that murder indictment enjoys the constitutional presumption of innocence. Why should the witnesses who have committed no crime be afforded less by members of the community? They should not be harassed for telling the government what they heard or saw. I'm asking the Canton community and everyone who feels invested in this case to hear all the actual evidence at trial before assigning guilt to people who have done nothing wrong. And certainly before taking it upon yourself to harass citizens who evidence shows have done nothing in this matter but come forward and bear witness. We try people in the court and not on the internet for a reason. The internet has no rules of evidence. The internet has no punishment for perjury. And the internet does not know all the facts. Conspiracy theories are not evidence. The idea that multiple police department, EMTs, fire personnel, the medical examiner, and prosecuting agencies are joined in or taken in by a vast conspiracy should be seen for what it is, completely contrary to the evidence and a desperate attempt to reassign guilt. Michael Proctor, the state police trooper, being accused of planting evidence outside 34 Fairview Road, was never at Fairview Road on the day of the incident. Proctor and his state police partner traveled together the entire day while other officers were processing 34 Fairview. Trooper Proctor was not there and did not plant evidence at 34 Fairview Road. In addition to having no opportunity to plant the evidence, as has been suggested, Proctor would have no motive to do so. Trooper Proctor had no close personal relationship with any of the parties involved in the investigation and had no conflict.
That doesn't seem very true, considering what we know now. Especially know his sister and his wife. Come on.
And he had no reason to step out of this investigation. Every suggestion to the contrary is a lie. This should be seen for what it is and not used as a pretext to attack and harass others. What is happening to the witnesses, some with no actual involvement in the case, is wrong. It is contrary to the American values of fairness and the constitutional value of a fair trial. It needs to stop now. I am releasing this recorded statement rather than holding a news conference because my remarks need to be so narrowly tailored to the issue at hand while the prosecution is pending in Superior Court. But the message is the same. What is happening to these innocent people, these witnesses, is wrong and it needs to stop.
Oh, goddamn, man. It's pretty funny. Julie Albert, looks like there were two different interviews released. This is from March 19, 2024. Again, these are all on LTL Media. Make sure you like and follow and subscribe to him. We're going to play the first one on Julie. About 23 minutes.
Okay, the body cameras are running and we're on the record with audio and video recording. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. The time now is 5:56 p.m.
Interviews.
We are inside a conference room located in the office space of the Disabled Persons Protection Commission, located at 300 Granite Street, 4th floor in Braintree,
I'll be back.
Massachusetts.
Feed the
I am Detective
doggies.
Captain Eric Benson
back.
with the Massachusetts State Police, and I'm joined today by
Captain George Barrios, Mass State Police.
conducting an audio and video recorded interview of, could you please say your name, ma'am?
Julie Albert.
And your date of birth, please? And your address? And your phone number. Okay. And for the benefit of the record, we interviewed you yesterday at
Correct.
State Police Headquarters in Framingham. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, you did.
Okay. And then sometime after you left, a couple hours after you left, at approximately 6:23 p.m., you gave me a call.
I did.
And during that call, you advised that you located Trooper Proctor's phone number in your cell phone.
Correct.
And also located 2 text messages from Trooper Proctor.
No, one text message
I'm sorry.
from him.
Okay.
One text message back to him.
Okay, so 2 text
Two
messages
text messages
total.
combined between me and him. One
Okay.
to, one from.
Okay.
Yep.
And that those are both from after the death of John O'Keefe.
Correct. Yep.
And I then indicated, obviously, that we'd be interested in having another brief
Yep.
interview with you.
Yep.
And we had already arranged to meet with your husband here today.
Yep.
So we invited you back today.
Correct.
For a second.
Yep, if I was able. Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And you explained at that time, and maybe just for the benefit of the tape, you explained how you came to find Trooper Proctor's phone number in your phone and
Correct.
sort of the circumstances surrounding that.
Yep.
Could you just explain that again, please?
Sure. I was looking up a photographer from Canton, and he sometimes photographs my son's sports teams and does senior pictures, whatnot. His first name is Mike. I was looking to send him a text message about something. When I hit Mike, there was Mike Proctor, Mike Tereski, who Mike Tereski is the photographer.
Mhm.
And I said, oh, I do have his number. And that's when I immediately called you, because I had his number, but when I was in the interview, I typed in Michael, which that's what I will call Michael Proctor, Michael, not Mike. And that's why it didn't pop up on my phone
Okay.
when I was sitting in here with you guys.
Okay.
Because I typed in Michael, not Mike. And when you type in Michael, it's Mich, it's not Mike. So even if you spelled out Michael, it
Okay.
wouldn't, the letters don't match up, so it wouldn't have popped up.
Okay.
And then I called you right away.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we'd like to do is we'd like to take some photographs, or maybe just document with the body camera. Excuse me. The contact and the text message.
Absolutely.
In terms of our ask yesterday to essentially look at your cell phone for any text messages with Michael Proctor, have you given any?
I have, but I haven't figured that out with my husband just yet.
Okay.
And I will be getting back to you tomorrow on that.
Okay.
But I don't see it being a problem.
Okay, because he did consent to that, and we ran several numbers from several numbers that we had from Michael Proctor through his sort of text message search, and we came up with nothing.
Yep.
So obviously we didn't do it right, because he's saying that he found some last night or something. But
Who did?
He did, apparently. But in any event,
So I'm trying to-
that's the scope of our inquiry. Just to reiterate sort of the scope, so
Yep.
he's familiar with it. It's just a matter of looking at the text messages for his, information.
Okay. I'm just trying to find this now because ironically, when I type in Mike, it's not. I'm just trying to find out how I
Did you have it into this Mike Proctor?
got it.
By is that how you have it in?
Mike, yep.
Proctor or just Mike?
M-I-K-E
Last name Proctor.
P-R-O-C-O-R. And 7272193. 72777. Can you, is it possible that I can just write it? Because I'm forgetting what the number is, because it's coming up.
What do you want to write?
Okay, now,
Okay.
it's not, this is like the same thing my husband just said. I'm not understanding.
Yeah, it's not coming up with the.
I'm not understanding what's going on right now. More results will be shown once messages are finished indexing. Could it be like a,
Maybe, actually, how many bars are you getting here? I've got 3.
2, 1, 2?
One?
Let's see
I'm just
text
very,
message.
Okay.
you know, unless I do it this way. I'll get to it. Sorry about this. I'm trying.
that's quite all right.
I'm trying. There it is. See? So when I type in,
Okay.
so you guys do your thing.
So do you mind if we
Absolutely not.
document this? Okay.
No, so
Okay. So this is text message thread,
That's from-
2 text messages.
that's from, and that's my response back.
The first one, I'll read it just in case the body cameras don't pick it up. Hopefully they do. First is an iMessage sent Thursday, June 22nd. Doesn't say the year. At 4:57 p.m. And it reads, "Hey, hope you guys are doing the best you can during this bullshit. I tried going through your attorney to set up a date and time to speak with Colin, but he hasn't returned my calls or my office calls. Can you guys speak with Colin and see what day and time works for him to come in and talk to us? Take care." And you respond on Thursday, June 22nd at 7:02 p.m. "Hi, Michael. Same to you and E. It all really sucks. Hope the kids are doing good." Okay. And
keep in mind, I don't know if it means
Yeah.
anything, but the check mark.
oh yes,
So, I don't know.
Yeah, yep. And so you responded,
No,
or he
he-
responded with a thumbs up to your message.
No, well, he liked the message
He liked-
itself.
he
He
liked
didn't
the
give a
message.
thumbs up, yes.
Okay. And just to make sure that we grab that. And then, do you mind if I click on his contact?
Absolutely, go to it.
Okay. Info. Okay. Trooper Michael Proctor's contact is in your phone under Mike Proctor. And the phone number is. And that, do you know if that's his work phone or his?
I have no idea. I would have no idea about this.
Okay. And I'm wondering if I can click on this to find out like when this was, because the year.
Does it say right there or just the
No,
time?
just the time.
Oh, of course. Can I move it? Sorry,
Yeah,
I
of
don't mean to
course.
be screwing you guys up. 6:22. What the hell was I right there.
6/22/2013.
No.
I'm sorry, 2023.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. 6/22/2023. Okay. And I have to ask that that does seem like a fairly casual statement, or text message from from a state trooper, particularly during
During this situation.
during
yeah.
a situation.
Yep.
So it suggests that there was a friendly relationship to some extent. To me, I'm not sure that I would say that to somebody who I was totally unacquainted with. Is that
Well,
to what do you attribute sort of the casual nature of that?
the casual nature. I believe that a lot of people at that time are and continue to be going through hell. It's not about being friends with someone. It's not about being close with someone. It's not about it because he is an acquaintance to me. From all accounts, he seems like a great guy, but to call someone a friend to me and to call someone an acquaintance is two different, levels to me. And I just think that he was trying to do something that he had to do based on his job. Based on what his job is, and he had to try to get in touch with my son because the lawyer didn't return the phone calls. I mean, sounds to me, it's just pretty cut and dry, and I would respond to him or, hope the kids are doing well. Like, hope the kids are doing well. Just like So I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that as someone I'd say to one of my BFFs, my best friends. I just take it as an acquaintance. Hope you guys are doing well also. I mean, given what has gone on the past 2 years, a lot of people are going through problems in their own problems in all different ways, and that's just the way.
Okay. And you don't remember how you came to get his number in your phone?
Oh, I would have, honest to God, no idea. No idea. No.
All right.
Nope.
Okay. Do you have any further questions about that?
I'm just curious how you had his phone number. You have no idea it wouldn't have been from his sister Courtney?
I'm assuming if I got his phone number, it would have been from his sister way back when. I mean,
it's fair
that's
to
what
say,
I'm.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, I honestly, like, I truly and honestly don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
One thing that came to mind overnight is, has anyone come to you? Obviously, your relationship with Michael Proctor and his family is obviously being discussed.
Correct.
In court. Correct.
Yeah. So I hear. Yeah.
And so, has anyone at any time during this come to you before we came to you? Come to you to attempt to ask you any of these questions regarding...
That I have discussed with you two?
Yes.
No.
Regarding your relationship with Michael Proctor and his family members?
Nope.
So, to be clear, no members of federal, state, or local law enforcement have come to you to ask any of these questions?
Nope.
No members of a defense counsel's team, including any private investigators?
No.
No members of the Norfolk County State Police Detective Unit or any other members of the Massachusetts State Police?
Absolutely not. Nope.
No other members of law enforcement?
No.
Okay.
No. Nope.
Okay.
And
that includes attempts. So did anyone ever call you or come to your house and attempt to interview you in regard to this?
Since this last court hearing, where I
Not
want to
since
make
the
sure.
last court. No, not since the last court hearing. Since at any time. At any time during the pendency of this case.
Regarding
the John O'Keefe case.
Okay. Regarding Michael.
Regarding your relationship with Michael Proctor and his family members.
No.
Okay. Basically regarding there are things that are being said in open court regarding your relationship with,
Yep.
or alleged relationship
Yep.
with Michael Proctor. And so no one.
So
is-
you're meaning like I'm walking out to as an example, I'm walking outside to my car and a private investigator walks up to me and starts asking, example, I'm
Yeah.
saying, walks up to me and starts asking me questions. Like,
Yes,
or you're
something like
talking,
that, or they call you on the phone.
They call me on the phone, no.
Kind of just like what I did the
Nope.
other day. I
No.
called on the
No
phone,
one
I
has-
introduced
yep.
myself, stated my purpose that I was looking to investigate your relationship with Michael Proctor.
No,
Nothing like that has ever happened.
no.
Nobody has
Nope.
has
No
come
one
to
has
you.
reached out to me other than you. And
Other
then
than
I
you.
reached
Okay.
back out to you.
Okay.
Yep, no.
And the reason I ask is obviously if a relationship is being discussed or an alleged relationship is being discussed in open court, to me, I'm not sure that I would make statements in open court without at least endeavoring to speak to the people that I'm making these statements about. That's why I asked. If I was going to be talking about somebody's relationship or alleged relationship, as an investigator, I would certainly at least have tried to talk to them about that to sort of get their side of the story.
Meaning,
Like what I'm doing
kinda
right now.
Okay, but you're talking like, are you talking like the defense? Like
I was just explaining.
no, okay, I guess at the end of
I was just explaining why. Excuse me, why I was asking the question. Like
Okay.
obviously, there are people that are talking about your relationship,
Yeah, alleged.
alleged relationship.
Yeah,
But those people that are talking about that
Yeah.
have made no effort to talk to you about it.
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That's what I was.
100%
That's what I
correct.
was just
Yes.
getting at.
Yep. Nope.
And the reason why I was asking is that obviously, if you had spoken to somebody in the past, then that would be a prior statement of yours regarding this matter, which would be relevant to our inquiry into
Yep.
your relationship.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Just wanted to see if you had made any statements to anybody else, private investigators, other members of law enforcement, etc.
I'm very-
Regarding this particular, issue regarding your relationship with Michael Proctor, because obviously, it would only make sense to me that if people are talking about it in open court, there would have been some effort to investigate this by talking to you somewhere along the way.
I wouldn't be as, some person walks up to me in my parking lot and tries to ask me questions.
No, and I'm not saying.
Yeah.
and I'm
It's
not-
just like when I got your phone call, just like I said, I had to try to, I Googled, and I'm not gonna lie, because right now,
Yeah.
it's crazy town, and anyone can call and say anything
Yep.
on the telephone, and you just have to be aware.
I get it,
She has a
and
point on
so
that.
I'm not saying,
Yep.
and obviously it would be totally within your rights to say no, that I'm not interested in talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
But at least if there was an attempt to speak to you, I could maybe understand a little bit more why, statements are being made about your relationship with somebody.
I don't really know, but no one
Right.
has, besides you, no
Right.
one has tried to ask me questions.
Do you think that could have happened, and you just told somebody no, that you're not going to speak to them? Has anybody ever approached you during this case, not a member of the media, someone acting in some sort of an official capacity, and tried to interview you, and you've just said no? No, thank you.
Okay, I'm getting really confused here. When we say,
I'm not looking to confuse you.
When we say a member of the media or something, there was a time that I received a telephone call, but in my eyes, I wouldn't say this was a person of the media.
No,
or-
I'm not interested in the media.
She's talking about Aiden, isn't she?
I'm not interested in the media.
Yeah,
I'm not the media.
Okay, but it was no one that I spoke to. I mean,
So I don't want to confuse you.
yeah, well, I'm very confused right
Okay.
now.
That's not my intention at all. Basically, if if you had given any statement to anybody else in regard to your relationship with Michael Proctor, that would be something that would interest us because it would be a prior statement of you. And so obviously if your statement to that person differed from what you're telling us, we could then compare the statements, or if it was consistent, it would corroborate what you're saying. So basically, I'm just trying to figure out whether there are any prior statements that you've made.
Honestly,
but it doesn't sound like there are.
No, I mean, I went in front of the grand jury a couple months after John passed away.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was a couple, I mean, I don't even, yeah, it was a couple months, I believe it was a couple months after he passed away.
But were you
But
asked about your relationship with...
I don't, no,
okay.
no, not at that point. And to be honest with you, I was grieving the loss, you know, of my friend. Like,
Sure.
I don't even remember, it was a scary thing to sit
Oh,
up there. And it was,
I get it.
It was very, whatever.
And so, to the best of your knowledge, no one aside from us has
No.
has attempted or actually interviewed you in regard to your relationship with Michael Proctor?
No,
Okay.
no.
That
The
was-
only other interview I've had was an interview about the night that John died in my home with Trooper Buchanan
Yep.
and what we discussed yesterday.
Okay.
And Michael. Yep.
That's
That's
it.
it. Yeah. And I'm sorry if I got confused, but
No, and
you know.
that I think we've clarified the confusion.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So you'll get back to us in regard to our request
Yep,
for
I will call you tomorrow.
for the additional
Yep.
scrutiny of your phone.
Yep.
And if you can, that is one of the numbers that we plugged into your husband's phone. So maybe you can try to help him pull up that text message.
He's a rough one when it comes to electronics.
Well, no. In his defense, that
Did you do it too?
Well, I'm the one who did it, so
Yeah.
it didn't come up for me for whatever rereason. But you did seem to have some problems. So I'm wondering if there is some sort of a
They could have,
of
because
issue with
yesterday
this.
when I typed in, I'm telling you, when I typed in it was
I don't know. It wasn't
there.
coming up. But
Yeah.
we're interested in collecting
what you, yep.
what he has
Yep.
as well on that.
So when
phone.
he gets home from his meeting tonight, I'll
would
grab the
help.
phone and try to type in and see if I see anything. And tell him to just call you. You said you'd get back to him? He'd get back to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
he can just give me a
Okay.
call. And
So
then,
maybe it
we can
is
just
like-
circle back around.
Yeah, I'm looking at one bar right now. I don't know. I don't
We can
know.
just-
I never thought that affected that, but I don't know.
I'm not sure either,
Yeah.
but regardless,
Okay.
that was it. I appreciate you coming back
Yes,
in,
and
hopefully we'd be able to use this space if you and your husband
needed.
come back
Yep.
in for that
Yep.
issue. So, any further questions or issues?
No,
Captain Barrios?
No, sir.
nothing.
Okay, if that's the case, if nothing further, we'll conclude the interview. The time now is 6:18 p.m. Tuesday, March 19th, 2024.
Hey, folks, that's one of the interviews that Julie Albert did. Apparently there were two more. I see at least one more in LTL. What am I going to do now is I'm going to wrap it up. I could watch the rest. If you want to watch all of the videos uninterrupted, LTL Media. Make sure you like and subscribe to him. Follow him. Who knows? I might come back to these. I might even do another show tonight. I'm not sure. Maybe LTL will come up tonight with us. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Depends, I guess, if JFK does a show. We want to try to get LTL on JFK tonight. That would be cool. We'll see what happens. A lot is up in the air, but make sure you subscribe to JFK, LTL, Young Jerks, Cab, James Jackson. Make sure you subscribe to all of our friends. And LTL Media is pinned right now in the chat. Make sure you follow and subscribe. I'm also going to leave it as the top pinned comment on the replay. Thank you, Nina. Nina says for the good trolls. Thank you, Nina. I want to thank Suze Annie and Spy Girl. Thank you so much. I don't think we reached our goal, but I think our goal was kind of effed up because we kind of did. We got 12 super chats, but I think maybe I had the $10 ones on or something. I don't know, but we didn't officially make the goal, but we kind of did. So thank you so much. What the Duck? She had a goal match, $5. Sol Rosenberg. Guy who came in here or lady came in here trolling a few months ago. Now hooking us up with $4.99. Thank you so much, Soul. Much respect to Soul Rosenberg. Averill, thank you so much for the goals. And you also threw in some other coins tonight. Thank you so much, Averill. Averill Sippin. JFK Show Off, you're the man. Thank you so much. Good to see you, sir. I hope you do a show tonight. I was watching last night. I did fall asleep. I was tired. Subi Doobie, thank you so much for the 20 spot. Amazing. Love it. Thank you so much. What the Duck coming through with $10. What the Duck hit us a couple times tonight. Thank you, What the Duck. And Mikos headphones, I think. Thank you, Mikos. Teresa with the 10 spot. And Chimmy was the one who started it all off. She was the first one tonight. We got 12 super chats tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, supporting us. Somebody says Averill Esty. I don't know if that's the same account. I don't know. Maybe, possibly. It could be. Esty supports us. Esty's friendly to me. I'm not sure. I should ask her if that's the same Averill. Let me know, Averill. I'm missing something else. Did I miss something else? Someone else gave us something. Oh, not that Gen X just hit us up with a flow state. Thank you so much. We don't see that on the StreamYard super chats, but I see it on the screen. Thank you so much for all of the coins and extra gifts. Yeah, What the Duck says that's not Esty. I didn't think so. Esty has her own account. She's got a YouTube. So again, I want to thank LTL for doing the work, helping us out, giving us some content to air today. Thank you, LTL Media. Check him out. Make sure you subscribe, please. Support LTL Media. Dude's working full time, has a new job, and he's still supporting, still putting in the work. Thank you, What the Duck, indeed. All right, jerks, I'm gonna head out. I'm not sure. I might come back later, maybe not. Check in. Definitely, if I come back, you won't see me with looking like this. I won't be doing this. I won't have a wig on. I won't have any makeup on. Definitely won't be happening. All right, jerks. I want to thank you so much again for being here. You're the best. I love my jerks. All right, we'll talk soon. Peace out. Make sure you follow LTL, JFK, James Jackson, and my friends, the Cab, the Calling All Beings. Follow them all, please. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, I got the haircut today. I got it all cut, got it all cleaned up today. My hairstylist, she says, I'll see you again in November. She knows me. I don't like to go get my hair cut. But I like her. I like when she does my hair. It does look good. I just don't like spending the time and doing the appointment. I have too much on my plate to get a haircut. But I made time today. It was great. Yeah, long goodbye. Thank you so much. Good to see everybody. We'll see you soon. Maybe later tonight. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit all notifications. Maybe check back later tonight. See what's going on. See who's on. Maybe it's JFK. Maybe it's the Young Jerks. Hopefully somebody's going to be live tonight. Yeah, not just one hair. I got them all cut today. She even cut the eyebrows. She trimmed up some of the beard. She's very good hairdresser. It's funny because some of the folks in the hairdressers in the hair salon, they're like, Howie Carr. They brought up Howie Carr today. It's funny. You never know where you're gonna get where people are gonna recognize your voice or your face. It's funny. Or what they're gonna recognize. Sometimes it's the Young Jerk. Sometimes it's Grace Curley they bring up. Sometimes it's Howie. Today it was Howie Carr. Howie Carr got brought up when I went to the hairstylist today. It's funny. Yeah, I need somebody tonight too. It's funny because a lot of times a good show will be on, and I'll be like, I'll just promise the girlfriend that we're gonna watch a movie together or something. So I skip out. But like tonight, she's on a dog sit, so like for the next couple nights, I'm solo. I'm like a bachelor over here. I can watch whatever I want all night. So I'm hoping somebody's live that I can watch tonight. I'm hoping we have a late JFK show. I'll be glued to that tonight. We'll see. If not, maybe I'll go live. I don't know what's going on tonight. We'll see. Just make sure you check in later. Yeah, yeah, I feel good too. All right, jerks. I will see you later. You lift my spirits, I have to say. A lot more upcoming on this channel. Trust me on that. We're not going anywhere. Except up. See you soon, jerks. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. You are the reason. Thank you to all my moms. Thank you to my jerks in the chat. And thank you for all the super chats tonight. We'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your weekend if I don't see you. But like I said, maybe later tonight. Either I'll be live or maybe I'll be in JFK's, live. I'll be in the chat there. Hopefully I see you later on tonight. Oh, you come from a car lineage. Very cool. Whoever thought that Howie and I would be buddies? It's so funny. I love Howie. All right, I'll see you later, jerks. Have a great night. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Peace out. Thank you so much. Yeah, mic check to the gods on the way out. Peace out, jerks.